Have no fear. Anthem is here. The reviews are in. We don't know if we agree with them. We don't know if we
No, I know. I know exactly how I don't agree
But
with
it's
them.
here. The hype train is real. Anthem has finally released. We're going to get to that in just a minute. But first, welcome everybody to the Xonebros. We are your positive gaming and Xbox One community. As always, I'm joined by Mr. McSpicy, George the Man, and myself, X1. Thank you very much for joining us. Anthem, let's just jump right into it. Jordan, we'll start with you. I think Jordan's played it the most.
He has. He's done the most study.
He's done the full 10 hours in the EA. The day one patch dropped today.
Well, yesterday.
It dropped yesterday.
Well, today, quote unquote, last night.
Last night, midnight.
No,
Eastern
like yesterday.
Oh, yesterday day?
Yeah, like evening.
Oh, okay.
So let me ask you released it early.
Isn't that what I said last night?
Oh.
Yesterday evening is technically last night. I believe
sorry.
I believe
They merged together.
It's kind of a gray line.
It's when you put up the
gray area. There's a gray area, but it's pretty close.
It's when you put up the quotations that confused me.
They couldn't. People listening didn't know I did that.
Oh, sorry.
So now you sound like a moron.
Do you notice every time you put up quotations, it's just like people take the meaning of whatever you quoted weird? Like, hey, nice Dr. Pepper. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just assume they're talking about my wiener. Whenever you put stuff in quotations, it's usually genitalia. A metaphor for genitalia.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, I actually.
No wonder people don't talk to me.
Hey,
I'm. You're kind of weirding me out right now, dude.
no, right? Like that's.
No, I actually didn't know that.
Hey, do you want to go to the store?
Absolutely.
What else am I supposed to take from that? Right? Like, we clearly know what that means. What you're alluding to.
Oh, that's
Man, to be in the head of David just for one day.
yeah.
It's a wild and crazy ride. I'll tell you that. So let me ask you this though, before we get to your review: the day one patch, did it drop previously for PC, or was it for everybody yesterday?
Well, basically, what happened is they were they said they had a day one patch coming that would fix some of the issues.
Yeah.
It was 5 gigs.
It was a giant day one patch. It was fixing everything.
Huge.
Yeah.
So, but
Quote,
See?
unquote,
Quote unquote huge. And what am I supposed to translate that for? I assume you're talking about my junk.
Oh yeah, they get it. They know.
The people know.
we should have a quote unquote emoji.
Yeah. Quote.
I think we'd get banned if we did an actual emoji of it.
Well, I guess there's actually
Just like a mushroom with quotations.
Oh my gosh, we're off to a great start today.
No, it was like a 5 gig patch. It what had happened is they were I think they were live streaming and they were just like, oh, by the way,
Mushroom. Keep going, Jordan. I'm sorry, I'm shutting up. Oh dear. That's good. Let me eat an M&M.
Okay, sorry.
so they were. I think they were live streaming. They were just like, it's ready, it's out.
Let's go.
Yeah, like it came out the day before. Obviously, if you didn't have the game, which unless you had EA access or Origin access.
5 gig patch, quote unquote.
See? What else am I supposed to take from that?
Anyway.
So, so you played all 10 hours on the EA access.
Yeah.
Then day one patch drops and you get to experience Anthem, the real Anthem. You actually had the day off today, didn't you, to fully experience the game? Tell me your thoughts, impressions, what you like, what you don't like. Go.
I'm coming off the hype of a new game, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? So everybody's excited about a new game, but I really like it. I watched a lot of reviews and it seems to be getting hit pretty hard, but
dude, it is. It's getting
what?
nailed. It's getting hammered.
Remember Destiny?
In a negative way.
Yeah, Destiny got hit pretty hard too, and that's all everybody was playing.
Which at the time, looking back, because I went to look up what was the original Destiny reviews, and I think people have changed them because over at IGN it says the original Destiny review was a 7.8.
It may have been a 7.8.
No, I remember it being worse because we discussed it on the show, and it was like, I think it was in the 6s. I know for a fact Titanfall was a 5. They gave that a 5 something, which is completely ridiculous. But Destiny, this feels very similar to the Destiny reviews. I also do have a problem before you get into it. Sorry, we're kind of all over the place here.
Yeah, I know.
I apologize if you can't keep up, but I just have to say I do have a problem with. Now I don't know this, and that's why I asked if the day one patch dropped on the PC prior. All of the reviews all week, the biggest news story all week was one of the biggest news story on all of these websites that have released their reviews already and given it really low review. All week it was a big day one patch is coming, a day one release patch is coming, a day one release patch is coming. How can you do a review before the day one release patch comes. That's literally nobody else is going to experience the game how you experience the game without that day one patch, because guess what? The day one patch dropped when everybody downloaded the game.
There was some reviewers that I watched that did mention that. They said, hey, I saw the patch notes. A lot of the problems that were in the patch notes did get fixed for me. There was some other problems that the patch introduced, like it did break HDR on the consoles.
Oh, HDR always seems to have problems on, like Red Dead Redemption. HDR had some issues.
Well, I would say on PC too. HDR just always has problems.
Yeah, it's not the technology.
People
are confused by it.
It's close.
So.
No, it's really fun. I don't know. A lot of the reviews were like, man, the gameplay's awesome, and then I was playing it, and it was just, I didn't like it. And it was really, like, a lot of the reviews were really confusing because they talked about how awesome the gameplay was.
That was the common denominator.
And then they were mad that they had to keep playing with that gameplay.
Yeah, that was the common denominator. Everybody loves the mechanics, and it is true. From what I played, and now I haven't jumped in like you guys yet, but from just the demo, flying around, shooting, the mechanics are on point.
Well, because what they said, to be fair, what they said is the gameplay was amazing, and then like 5 hours later, the gameplay, like combat and everything, it was the same. And it was like, well, in my mind, I'm thinking, well, isn't that good? You know, like, what did you want them to take away abilities?
So what? Tell me the hype for Anthem coming in. What full release of the game? What do you like about it?
No, I really like it. I actually really like the lore. The story's not as deep as I thought it would be. I thought being a BioWare game, it'd be a little bit deeper. Your decisions don't really make that much of a difference. And basically, like for example, this guy was really mad at me because I called him stupid by hitting like right trigger or something like that. And then like 2 seconds later, like the next conversation we had after another mission, like we were cool again. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not.
You were bros.
The main story progresses regardless.
Maybe he has a hidden grudge now. And
maybe
in like 12 years,
maybe
you'll wake up and he'll be standing over your sleeping body with a knife.
In the DLC, he comes back.
Yeah, maybe it'll be like Mass Effect, where in the next game my decision will matter.
Yeah,
but no. So the decision stuff. I mean, honestly, I guess it's cool to have it in there. You can kind of like role play a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
Which I do like to do, but it's not. I thought it would be a little bit more deeper. I knew it wasn't. Yeah, I knew it wasn't going to be like Mass Effect or anything where it's like choose this, or this, and this does this guy, and this does that guy, and blah blah blah.
Literally.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, or this, whatever. Like I didn't think it was going to be any of that, but I thought it'd just be a little bit more deeper. Same with the story. I thought the story would be a little bit more deeper. Now that being said, the lore is very good. Mostly because I don't have to leave the screen. To enjoy it. Yeah, no Grimmark cards. They actually have an encyclopedia.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, that you can go through. And I've actually read through a lot of it. The lore is really interesting. Yeah. Yeah, but...
So gameplay, grind... So
gameplay is really good. Well, the thing is like, okay, look, if you like Destiny, if you like Monster Hunter, and if you like The Division, you'll like this game. If you don't like any of those games, you're not going to like this game. And that's how it is. That was the same with Destiny, right? If you like... Diablo-style loot and grind games, you'll like it because that's all it is. I mean, it's the Monster Hunter formula on with robots on a bigger map, right?
One of the criticisms that I saw was that the loot reward wasn't worth some of the big boss battles.
So I saw that. I saw that too.
The difficulty was high, but the loot wasn't.
I haven't
equivalent to what you're doing.
Well, so when you're leveling, like, I get it when you're leveling. Like, loot doesn't really matter when you're leveling. It's like, oh, I upgraded, and you're going to upgrade in 30 more minutes anyway, because that's just the leveling process, right? Yeah. I haven't maxed out at 30 yet, so I don't know if those reviewers have maxed out at 30.
Okay.
Because generally... I mean, I'm sure they have, right? It's their job to do that.
Well, I would not give them as much credit as you're giving them.
Let's say they have, right? I can't fully comment on that, right? If like, for example, let's say you're level 16, right? And you do a normal mode stronghold,
sure.
And you get, let's say, we're just using random numbers, like a level 20 assault rifle, right? And then you do a hard mode dungeon, you get a level 22 assault rifle. You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter during the leveling process because you're not grinding for gear at that point. During the leveling process, you're grinding your levels, right? Okay. You're putting the most efficient gear on to get you through the levels as fast as you can. Once you hit 30, your focus changes. You're done leveling. Now your focus is crafting, masterworks, min-maxing, and that's where your grind for weapons comes. Now once you get to 30, the loot tables will probably change because at that point everything's at its hardest difficulty, right? Sure. A normal mode stronghold at level 30 should not give you as good of loot as a, Grandmaster stronghold, right? So.
Okay.
Not to mention, I think the hard and normal loot tables are just going to be like your typical loot, even at 30. Where you're going to get your good stuff, I believe, and I assume this is how it's set up because it seems like it is going to be in your Grandmaster difficulties.
Oh, sure.
Because I believe, and this is just me, that the Grandmaster system is set up really similar to the Mythic system that they have in World of Warcraft,
Sure.
where you have all your different Mythic levels, like 1 through whatever, and the higher you go, the better loot you get, right? And that kind of replaces, like, yeah, there's only one raid right now, but you can replay this Mythic on Mythic 1, 2, 3, 4, and sky's the limit, and you're always getting better stuff.
Correct.
Right?
Now, so we've focused on a lot of the criticism of a lot of the reviews. Some of the good things about all the reviews that are out there right now, which I do think is unfair. I don't understand the rush to reviews. Well, I mean, I do. I get it because Anthem is the biggest talked about game up to this point for this year, right? So everybody's rushing to get out the review. But on other games, they've done this because of Destiny, games like Destiny, where they messed up and they issued the review, and it wasn't a full review because you can't play that whole game. They didn't even wait for a raid, nothing like that to come out. So I don't understand why. So in the past, especially this past year, you got a lot of reviews in progress, and then the full review would come out a week after the official game launch, right? A week and a half after. So I don't understand why they didn't do that with Anthem. Regardless, one of the things that seemed common across all reviews that I've seen, anyways, was they do like the AI on bad guys, on enemies.
Oh yeah, because it's the mechanics,
the fighting mechanics are on
it's
point.
It's a challenge. Mark and I were playing last night, and there was this monster dog that attacked us, and it was a completely different fight than your typical shield guys that you have. Right?
So what is the thing that really stands out to you the most in this game?
Gameplay
by far.
Okay, that's the one. If you're gonna get people that like the game, you're gonna get people that don't like the game, right?
Sure.
That's just, it's just a game, right? It happens with everything, and it doesn't matter if you like it or not like it. Just play and have fun, right? But the one I have trouble. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But a lot of people don't like the gunplay. I think the gunplay is really good.
Yeah,
I don't have a problem with the gunplay at all. I actually think it's better than the Mass Effect gunplay. Given this is talking about Andromeda, which. Probably wasn't the best Mass Effect in the series, but I think the gunplay's solid.
Yeah.
I think it's tight, feels good. Each gun feels different, which is awesome.
McSpicy, give me thoughts.
No, I agree.
See? Told you.
The gunplay is really fun. So I'm the kind of person that ignores reviews for this exact reason. About 5 years ago, I made a personal choice.
Yes.
To just not deal with reviewers.
Cold
turkey.
New Year's resolution, and you've kept
I've kept it.
He cut off cold turkey.
Because it was back then the same way, and it feels like now with what you guys are saying that it feels like all the reviewers are like clickbaity. They're giving it a bad review. Almost, this is conspiracy theory a little bit. They're giving it a bad review so they can get people to look at it and be like, "What the?" and talk about it like we're talking.
Well,
about
and my question is not. It was just drastically bad. Like, I played the demo only, so take my opinion here with a grain of salt. But from what I played, that was a blast.
That was fun.
And I just don't understand how we go from that to a 6. Like, a 6 is not a good game.
Because, let me say this. I would not give this a 6 at all. I love this game. I absolutely love this game.
Yeah.
It hits all the sweet spots that I enjoy. I love grinding for better weapons. I love the Monster Hunter kind of style. Just right when you return, you're with your team, you finish a mission, you go back, you go right to your suit, get the new guns, get the new, the new abilities, and then everyone ready? Let's go back out and hit something else. And I really love that formula. I find it awesome. You were telling me before the show, David, that there was a review that said it was too grindy.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that's what this game is.
Well, think of a Diablo game. All a Diablo game is the grind.
And not all the reviews, but there were reviewers who I trust who are on YouTube and such, and were fair about it. And said,
okay,
and we're good. But
hopefully,
but a lot of the really big outlets,
your major
I was really
outlets,
surprised to see them release it right away because for the last couple of years. We've just done these review in progresses because you got to wait, see how with a large player base it does. What they do with the day one patch, I don't understand why we don't have a review in progress. It just doesn't seem like a fair review. Granted, I'm not sure. Maybe they had access to the patch beforehand. I don't see how that's possible.
No, they didn't.
No, yeah.
But
and there's still more patches coming. They're doing stuff
it is very reminiscent of Destiny. Mm-hmm. If you guys remember, Destiny had all of this huge hype around it, as much hype as Anthem has now. And then the reviews came out and they hammered Destiny. Meanwhile, it was the number one played, most talked about game
for years.
Yeah.
I mean, arguably,
Years.
it's probably still in the top 10 now.
Yeah.
Games aren't supposed to last.
I mean,
years.
it changed the genre. I
Yeah.
mean, it was super
Well, look what's come
influential
out of
too.
it, right?
Yeah.
I told you this before the show, but to call this game too grindy is to call a basketball game too basketball-y.
It's too bouncy.
I don't get it. I don't understand. That's what this game is about. It's about going in, and then when you succeed, you get rewarded. And you do it again, and you get rewarded, and you get better and cooler, and I get cooler things on my awesome Iron Man suit.
The thing is, I
have a cape. My character has a cape, and I feel really cool about it.
I don't think they ever said it like wasn't going to be a grind. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like you're hammering them for stuff they never didn't have. Like, I mean, we kind of knew. Like, just look at the difficulty system. Of course, it's going to be a grind when you have your Grandmasters 1, 2, and 3, right?
Yeah.
I mean, of course, you're going to level up 1, then jump to 2, and then 3.
And it's
when
not
when
that-
they
so-
come out,
and
right?
this is what's my frustrating is when you watch these different reviews and read these different reviews. I don't think they're making unfair criticisms. I think their criticisms are legitimate, but it's this same problem that I have with. This is why there are certain people that I trust for reviews because they don't do this. But with Anthem, this is what I saw over and over again: was it's grindy. It's there's long load screens, but it is a blast. It's a 6. Like I just don't
Well,
understand.
the load
I don't get
screens
the
are-
scale, yeah.
I just don't understand.
No, I mean, I think the look, yeah. There's,
Well, the load screens, I mean, let's say it was a really bad problem. It's now 10% of that problem now. Like
Yeah,
the
the patch
patch,
The day
one
because
patch.
I played the
Well, and that's what I don't
early
understand.
access. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
the 10 hours, and then now
one
that it's
patch.
released, and the loading screens are way better.
Well, and that's what I don't understand. Where is the review in progress like we've had? Because if the day one patch launched for everybody today, then your review
Today or yesterday,
and it
yeah.
was a huge one. It's a 5 gig. They went through everything. Your review that you experienced and you're talking about is not what everyone else has experienced because they now have the day one patch. Because load screens was one of the biggest things that I saw in reviews.
Yeah, well, speaking of the game, I'm so happy with it. I love
yeah,
this
it's really,
game.
really well done.
I was playing with Jordan last night, and I was probably getting annoying to him because I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this game.
Yeah.
Every time like I jump up, sometimes I'll jump up and float and fall a little bit, and then click the joystick to turn into fly mode.
Oh, I like
because
that.
it feels good.
I like
the
that.
controls are
You like
controls
feeling a
are
little
really
gravity.
nice, yeah.
I do. And my guy's meant I'm a Storm.
Yeah.
That's what I'm playing. I have others unlocked, but that's my favorite character. And I just feel
It's the newest of the javelin suits. I don't know if you've read the encyclopedia.
I did actually. I
Oh,
learned all
right.
about it. I know that it's a lot more like arcane based instead of tech based.
yeah, it's like a mage.
Yeah, it's such a fun.
Mage
It's
life.
meant for me. It's a long range character, and I love. In every game I play games or characters like this, and I absolutely am having a blast. I can't wait to play it when I get done with work. I can't wait to play it after the show. So
Yeah.
to have that, because I don't get tainted, I guess, with other reviewers because I don't care about that stuff. I just jump in and play myself and watch people on Twitch.
So,
or whatever.
what would you expect the scores to be? Like at least a 7? Would you say in yours out of 10? If you're going off a 10
I would
system,
say 8.2 or above.
8. So it's that good for you so far.
Yeah, and that's where I think they should be. But then again, I don't care. I base it on fun, and I'm having a
The
blast.
fun factor is the number one thing for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep in mind, these types of games are not for everybody. Like going into it.
Well,
right?
no, it's a looter shooter.
Yeah.
Like it's if you don't like Destiny, Division, or what was the other one? Was there another one?
Division 2,
Anthem.
Division 2.
Destiny 2,
Destiny 2,
Diablo.
Division 2, Diablo, yeah. If you don't like those types of games, you won't like this one. But if you do like those types of games, I think you'll like it.
Yeah.
The games. I mean, there is a few things that they're like quality of life things that they can do, but I mean, it's a live service game, as they like to call it.
As they like to call it.
So,
There you are.
but what's really sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, he was going to end the segment. Jordan,
Oh,
you keep going.
I was just gonna say what's really cool is how transparent they are on Twitter.
Oh.
They're not using.
You had said that.
Yeah,
they're handling it right.
They're not using the "don't buy my game" technique. They're using the.
They learned from that.
Yeah, they're using the cool technique. But no, what's like for example, I actually thought this was really cool. I like when game developers do this because it means like, oh, they play games. Funny. But Ubisoft and Warframe actually tweeted at Anthem congratulating them on their launch.
Oh, very
So
good.
and Anthem tweeted back, "Thanks."
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Guys.
I think that's just to Ubisoft. They said thanks. Looking forward to some Division 2, right?
Do you know what I
something like
wish
that.
this game had?
What?
A ping system like Apex. I find I'm playing other games.
Yeah, like
Outside of
Apex,
Apex?
has ruined
Apex
it.
has ruined you.
And I'm like, well, Jordan, it's over there. I wish I could ping it.
And we've done
and
that.
the
We're
guy's
like, we
over
can't
there.
ping it.
And you're like, where? I don't where.
Well, 'cause
What? Where?
Jordan has a marksman ability. He marks a character and they take extra
I
damage.
ping the character, if you will.
And it's like, you know that guy? Ping that guy. What guy? The guy, I don't know, to the north?
Yeah.
And then where I could just have a cool ping system, it would
Yeah.
be like, because, Apex's ping system is so
Also,
good.
they've been answering fans too. Like, for example, someone asked a question. Someone asked them about the bad reviews. They said, "Well, what's does this mean? Basically, what's going on with all these bad reviews?" And he said, "And the game, I think was not the director, like the producer or something like that. The guy that the
money
guy
man.
that's in charge, right?" He said basically that he said like we stand together, and like he basically said that they're coming out with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It's a project.
These games are a
You know what I
process.
mean? Like,
you go
yeah.
into these games knowing that what you get in the beginning is not the end product.
Yeah.
It's a process.
What's really cool is what they're answering. Some like when another person tweeted and asked them, and this is a legitimate concern, right? In free roam, when you die, if you're playing solo, because free roam's always 4 players, right? Whether you're solo or not, you can't do it by yourself. So it's always 4 players. So if you're doing a public event in free roam and you die, you just get like checkpointed, or you revive way off somewhere else, right? So someone asked if they can have like a death marker so you can easily get back to where you were, right?
Yeah.
And the developer replied, "That's a good idea. Also, we're thinking that there can be a lot more this and that," and they mentioned a few things in free roam as well, right? So like it's good to know that they're thinking, so like quality of life stuff, new patches coming out, so they're very transparent, right?
Yeah, you appreciate that.
Yeah, I do. They've been talking to the fans like all week, just saying like, "Yeah, that's awesome. Let's do this. What do you think of this?"
Very cool.
They even Mikey Ibarra even tweeted at them, and they responded to that. Yeah, Mikey Ibarra asked him about one of the Ranger components, and they gave him the answer.
Oh, I like
Yeah,
that.
So
That's cool.
Very good. Well, it seems like they're doing everything correct.
I like it.
Stay tuned as we dive more into this game. We're obviously going to talk about it more next week. We'll have way more insight into, especially the long-term aspect. The end game. We'll be closer to that. Jordan will probably be
He'll be there.
way deep.
I'll
into
be
end
close.
Game. Yeah,
You'll just start.
I've started. Yeah, I'll just be lost somewhere, flying around.
I just like flying, guys. Hey, can we talk about one thing in Anthem?
Yeah, go
that
ahead.
puts it over the top for me.
Sure.
And this goes into the gameplay and the combat system. They have a system basically called primers and detonators.
Okay.
First of all, the whole combat system is fun. Like, for example, let's say we're all in a group, right? Mark's the Storm, I'm the Interceptor, you're the Colossus.
Yeah.
You can taunt the characters, throw down your shield, make them all face you. I can go and target them to make them take double damage. Mark can come in with the like the
And then
strategy.
they multiply too.
Yeah,
right?
and that's
Well,
where you get your primers
damage
and
multipliers.
detonators.
And
Yeah.
you have primers where, like, we can have a character be just primer. Like, Jordan would be, I prime these guys, and then I can
What
be
a primer is,
Yeah,
for those that
go
don't know, is basically it sets up the character to take sets up
Extra
a
damage.
enemy to take extra damage, and that's when you get a detonator. And
you start a combo piece.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So you're starting a combo piece, and then I can come in and I can be a detonator, and all my abilities are detonator, and we can just throw down a crap ton of damage on in that group, on that character or whatever, and it's all team. It feels it's
That's
so
cool.
fun.
Well, and just the mechanics that you can do in some of these. I mean, I haven't done the strongholds yet, except for the demo that we played, right? But I mean, because of the abilities you have with the detonators, the primers, and just specific like tanking abilities, damage abilities, like your taunt, you can do certain things. Like you can create a boss fight. I don't know if you guys have ever heard like in World of Warcraft, you have to bring in 2 tanks because you stacking Sunder armor, right? You hear that, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
you get stacks of things and you got to switch the tanks.
That was a good South Park
Yeah,
reference. Nice.
So anyway, I'm just excited. I mean, I don't know if they'll ever do this, but you can theoretically set up a dungeon using the Colossus as an example with his taunt ability. You can set up or aggro, whatever they call it. It's a taunt, right? You can set up a dungeon to where like you have to have 2 Colossus in there because you got to you got to have a tank and an off tank, and you got to taunt the boss back. Like because of the abilities they have in the game for each character, you can do a lot with your end game, your future DLC, and stuff like that. They're set up really well.
Well, and they have the system where you can do the Grandmaster 1, 2, or 3. When we get to 3, I'm guessing we're going to have to do all that to even survive.
Well, and that's where I think primers and detonators, because I mean we kind of figured them out this week and we're really learning them really well. But I think in those Grandmaster levels, because when you do primers, let's for example, you do 8,000 damage normally. If you did a primer and a detonator, you do like 11,000, right? You do more damage, right? In those higher difficulties, I think you're going to have to do that to get the boss down.
Yeah.
Efficiently, right?
Yeah.
So, which is really, I mean, they're set up in such a way that they can, I mean, sky's the limit, literally, because you can fly.
Now, one of the big questions that we have received is, do we have a clan? Clan system is not out yet for Anthem. As soon as it drops, we will have a clan
They have a
system.
pseudo-clan system right now.
Yeah, like the alliance system.
Yeah, it's an alliance system, and it's basically whoever's on your friend list
Gets
is a
point-
clan.
helps you get
It's-
points
yeah,
and stuff like
it's
that.
a clan.
But when they drop their official clan system, which they said is coming soon, we'll have one. We'll have a place in Discord for everybody, and we'll put that together.
Cool.
I got to add something I really like too.
Yeah.
And heaven forbid if it's a grindy part of it.
Oh.
But I know. A grindy game that's grindy? What the... no, I really, really like, if you go into, Jordan showed me this menu. I learned about it a little bit earlier on, but
when you figure stuff out, the game just opens
it
up to
opens up. So,
Like, whoa!
you go into, you press back button and you learn
Square,
about...
square.
Yeah, the square. That's exactly what it is. It's 360 back button is the square button. Right. Go into that. There's a lot of if you go over one, it'll be a menu of like all the feats you can get, which are super interesting.
Challenge menu, yeah.
The challenge menu. There is a huge list of things to unlock. Blueprints, abilities, all this crap that's in there.
Wow.
And you get that by doing certain things. Like you have to shoot certain amount of people with a pistol to get the next blueprint, blue color, like what's that, rare? I think that's blue's rare.
Yeah.
And so on. And so you can keep building up what you want to have the character be eventually, right? So because I'm a ranged character, I would want a scout rifle and maybe a heavy pistol kind of a thing, because I only want to take from range. And so I would be working on those and unlock the blueprints by doing those challenges.
Now, when you unlock the blueprints, do you unlock more challenges?
You do, but at the same time, you get a blueprint to craft the better weapons.
Very cool.
So
The crafting, and we haven't gotten into this much, but the crafting and the masterwork system that they have in their game, which is crafting,
it's fabulous.
I think is going to be really good at the end.
yeah.
So, and I just have one more thing to say.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
probably-
it's funny. It's like I really like this part.
No,
I
it's
like
really
this part.
fun. So, like I said, I mean, because of the abilities of the javelins and stuff, I think they can do a lot, and I hope they do creative stuff. I mean, they probably won't, because, I mean, why?
Because why should they?
Yeah, but anyway, like the whole off tank thing, I think would be cool. But anyway, one of the best features in this game is the verticality. I think the verticality of this game is the best
It's
in
so
any game.
awesome.
You can be flying, and then all of a sudden you're like, you go over this waterfall, and it's just like this huge drop. The verticality is insane.
It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
And I actually feel one more thing. I was playing free roam, and this is just me, but I do feel like I was being rewarded for exploring the map in free roam.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, because you can farm items and
Yeah, exactly.
ingredients
You can
and
get the
crafting
way you
materials.
get feats. Like, you're almost encouraged to explore, because there's feats that you can get which will give you more experience, right?
The feats are like the badges at the end of whatever you do that say you did a specific challenge.
Like, you healed 3 people. Good job.
And it makes you play differently than you're normally accustomed to if you want to go that route. Like, I sat there and was punching everybody because I wanted to get the melee feat at the end of the match, right?
And the feats have tiers: bronze, silver, gold.
And so when at the end of the match, the Monster Hunter match, when you're looking at all your stats and everything, it shows you did these, you got 3 feats, gold feats, this is what they were, etc. And those unlock, like I was saying, blueprints and stuff later on if you get all those things later. It's a really cool, interesting system.
Really good system. Yeah. And Mark was here when I said this, and I don't care what people say, I'm putting my foot down on this one. That was a cool bad guy. There's a bad guy.
It was a good bad guy, yeah.
He basically I want to talk about it because it was so good.
Maybe
it's
next
basically
week.
it's
Next week enough
basically
time will pass that you could talk about it.
It's basically
hold on.
original
I'm gonna-
Darth Vader.
I'm going to do a moderate one because I do want to talk about this. I'm going to put on this music.
but wait, I'm here.
Yeah.
I guess I don't have a choice.
Yeah, you don't have a choice.
Well, it's just
Dang
it's
it.
a cutscene where you're introduced to him and you're like, holy
If you fast forward and you hear this music right here, we're still talking about it. It's not like story. It's just the bad guy.
It's just mild.
Yeah, it's mild spoilers.
I describe him as the an original Darth Vader, when Darth Vader was just bad. You know what
really?
I mean? Like, he was just bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? What does he do?
So do you want to
Go.
You go. I'll tell. I'll finish
I
it
want to
up.
do the "you're not worth my time" part. So you do the murdering innocent
that's
people.
the part I
I'll do
wanted
the
to
murdering
do.
innocent
Okay,
people.
okay.
So first of all, so you remember at the end of Rogue One, the only good part in the movie, when Darth Vader when Darth Vader just murdered those people.
so cool.
Yeah, and you're like, oh my, and then you're like,
through
okay,
the door.
that was literally
That just
the
made the whole movie
greatest
for me.
Yeah, I'm glad I spent $10 on that. Right, that
Yeah.
part right there. This guy just does that.
Okay.
Yeah. So he walks in.
Wait,
and
he
he's-
has the Force?
I don't know what he has.
Well,
he has a green
he-
beam.
He killed somebody
something.
with his hand. Like he forced handed them without touching them.
green beamed him.
Yeah, he green beamed them. That's
That
what it
is
was.
hilarious.
So basically, we walk in on this guy.
And see, when we're hiding, seeing what's going on. So
And
we're
there's
seeing,
this because we're trying to save this person, and this person is being interrogated by him, and he's like, dude, just tell me what I want to know, or else I'm gonna kill you.
kind of thing, right?
Yeah, and he's serious, and he's got like this deep voice, and he's in this cool, and he's bigger than everybody, right? He's just like a tank. And anyway, the girl or the whoever the person tells him what he wanted to know, and he was like, all right. Thanks, and he then just murders them with a green beam, and
Okay,
then
then we get pissed, and we're like, we're getting involved. We start shooting at him. Do.
Wait, this is you guys live in the game?
Yeah, this is us. Yeah,
after during a cutscene.
That's the cutscene, right? We get pissed, and so we jump in on the fight,
And he uses his hand again.
and he goes meh, and
Yeah.
just leaves.
Well, he holds his hand up like this, and he like blocks all our
He
bullets.
blocks the bullets, and he's like, "You're not worth my time," and just
Whoa.
and you're like,
Well, didn't he say? I forget exactly what he said. He said, "I can kill you if I wanted to, but I won't because you're
and
not
it's
worth
like-
it." Yeah, like
and you're like,
I
could
don't
ki-
want to waste my time
Well, he
with you
said
guys.
something like, "I've killed so many freelancers, and I'll kill you too, but I've got
I got things to do.
Yeah, it was
I got,
like,
I got a
whoa.
red carpet to get to.
And then, and
my
then
wife's waiting for me.
my quote unquote wife is waiting for me.
and then and then it just kind of like it kind of wanes down. You don't hear from him for a little while, but cool bad guy, like just a guy, like a bad guy. Like I don't need to know what him and his mom's relationship was when he was little. You know what I mean? Like
He's
he's just a
just
bad
evil to
guy.
be evil.
I don't care that he came from a desert planet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's just a bad guy in a cool suit.
Very
yeah.
cool.
All right, I'm gonna end the spoiler scene. So we're done with that.
Okay, I think I'm done with Anthem. I've said my piece. I think it's a fantastic game.
Well, you
If
got me excited. You
if
guys, you guys got me excited.
If you like Destiny and Division, I really think you'll get a good enjoyment out of Anthem.
Which of that you get that cutscene? It's really good. You're like,
It's
oh my
pretty
gosh,
awesome.
I hope I can level up to fight that guy.
Let's move to a question that came in via Patreon from Sean Griffiths. We discussed this last week. We promised we'd follow up with it. Sean Griffiths says, I was wondering if any of you had another crack at Crackdown yet. It isn't a big hitter. I know, but it's all about fun gameplay, and once you upgrade, it's far more entertaining. Yes, I'm a fan of the originals, so there's nostalgia there for me too. What do you guys think? Have you had another chance to jump into it? I know you two jumped in and played co-op. Give me your experience.
We did play it more. We did
Yeah.
play it more together.
We
how many? I don't know how long we played, but we played enough to. I mean, it's fun. It's just it's surrounded by other games that I want to play.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's I think the problem of that game.
Well, because now we're stuck in Anthem and stuff like
And
that.
Apex
but,
was
Apex,
big.
yeah.
So we also did a community review over on Facebook. But you guys did play co-op. And did you have fun doing co-op? Because that's where that game shines, and we didn't know that.
So Luck Dragon in chat says you press A to jump. So yes, you do. And I remember part of the show last week where I was like confused, but you also press left joystick to jump. That's what confused me.
And
see.
the bumpers and stuff. Yeah.
There's some weird things with the controls. That's all I meant to say. So maybe I misspoke.
But no, like once we got it down, we actually really did have some fun.
crushed-
We'll
you
talk
crushed
about the
some
reviews
people.
first. Oh, we did stuff.
Oh yeah,
I think I stole an ambulance.
yeah. I'm surprised we could remember everything we did.
So if you
It was that
haven't
kind of a party.
if you haven't followed us over on Facebook yet, join 20,000 other members of the community and come join us on Facebook. We put up a poll there. What do you think of Crackdown 3 so far? Let us know your impressions in the comment below. 60, we did fun. Was it fun, or do you think it's fun or not fun? 69% members of the community voted fun. 31% said not fun. Some highlights are love this if it came out on the 360. These are comments left about it.
This sounds like a fake percentage. 69. Like
Oh wait, 69 and 31. It's right there.
I know,
It's
that's-
right there.
I see- I'm seeing
Go
it.
over to Facebook, and
To-
it's not
for proof.
quotation 69.
quotation 69.
No.
What do you think I'm supposed to understand that?
So
to
the
be?
majority of the vast majority of the community felt that it was fun. Love it if it came out on the 360. McSpicy had mentioned that it felt a little bit old.
It felt dated,
to you?
and I think that's the problem of a game that takes 12 years to develop.
Yeah, it took a long time to come out with.
But at the same time, I enjoyed it. I just was...
Here's a comment.
Yeah,
It keeps it simple, and it's good fun. I like the art style and going around jumping and shooting at stuff. It is taking me a bit to adjust to not having cover mechanics. It's Crackdown. This is one of my favorite comments. It's Crackdown, just what I wanted. F the driving mechanics, though.
They're kind of odd.
Are they hard?
Yeah. But I mean, it's cool that they have different cars,
But-
and you collect them.
The laws of physics don't matter in this game. I was standing on Mark's roof of his car, and we were just because there's one thing I don't like.
Yeah.
Why in co-op can we not both get in the same car?
We were actually looking for like sedans. We were looking for
An
four-door cars.
That's actually how we stole an ambulance.
Because we're like, why we need to
I
get...
I
Maybe
wanted
there's
this
just...
too.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because they wanted us to use the feature where you can just stand on the roof.
Maybe you have to level up.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, you know what? Maybe. Or maybe we're just too big as Terry Crews and we can't fit in two...
Yeah,
we
two-
can't fit two
Terry Cruises can't
in
fit
one
in one
car. Yeah.
And last but not least, two more comments that I wanted to get to. Sad that it's getting panned so hard, says Joe Hedrick. It's kind of nice to play a game that keeps it simple, looks great, feels great. Don't worry about anything except kicking ass and collecting orbs. That's what Crackdown is all about, and I love it.
Yeah, that's exactly what the game
Yeah,
is.
the orbs are addicting to collect because it's how you level up your speed and stuff like that. Yeah.
You would like it, David, because it's like, oh, there's one over there. Oh, it's one over there. Oh, there's one over there, and you just keep...
It's what I do.
But for some reason, it's better than the feather system.
Oh yeah,
'cause I know you didn't like the
Assassin's
feather
Creed.
system.
Well, no, I didn't mind I didn't mind it. It just beat me down.
Yeah, that's what it does. Yeah.
Beat me down.
No, I think because we played co-op. Honestly, I had fun with it. I think it was little old man boy in chat. He said Anthem's a good game, but there's so many other good games that came out around
You mean
it.
Crackdown?
Crackdown.
Oh yeah, sorry. Crackdown's a good game, but there's so many other good games that came out
That's how
around
you feel about it?
I think Anthem, I don't even know what I'm saying. David, just say something.
Okay, last
'cause
but
I
not
can't-
least,
Just
last but not least, Juan Garcia says, "So fun! It's what I wanted in Crackdown, and I don't believe it should have gotten such a low score for what it was trying to achieve. It's Crackdown, and I'm okay with that." So
it
I think
sounds
the
like-
problem with that game is it was mismarketed because having never played Crackdown before, I assumed based on all the advertisements and the things that they were focusing on in the Let's Plays, at E3, stuff like that, whenever they would show stuff, they focused on multiplayer, like on PvP multiplayer, and where this game shines is co-op.
Yeah, I mean, there's an argument to be had by that. I think the nostalgia has a huge factor. A lot, like you're looking at a lot of these people that love it. They've played the other Crackdowns.
Well, it sounds
So
like it's a
they're-
distinct type of game. And if
they're-
you know that type of game.
I think they're used to the controls. They're used to the nature of how that game works. The charm of that game, right?
Sure.
And us that have never played it before, we're not used to those controls. We're not used to just that style, and it's just different. And I honestly feel like for me, the movement, the controls, it felt dated. I really feel like it was, and I think that's just the nature of a game that takes that long to develop, right? So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's just, if you played it before, you have a huge advantage at enjoying it. So
Yeah, stay tuned. If you've not yet, again, join us over on Facebook. We actually have a poll up there right now about Anthem, so go check that out. We'll release those results. We'll talk about those results on next week's podcast.
This game does have one of the coolest features I've seen, though.
What is that?
Every time you level up, your muscles get bigger.
That
is cool.
You started
Okay,
out
that is cool.
huge.
That is cool.
And then, as
Stuff
any
happens.
games, you lose your abilities, but then as you progress, you get...
Yeah, you level up and you're just like, your muscles just...
Yeah.
Hey, thank you very much, Sean Griffiths. Great question. Thank you for reminding us. Again, Facebook, there's a poll right now up for Anthem. Go let us know what you think, and we will go review that next week. And with that, let's get to the news, baby. Jordan, tell us what is happening in the world that is Xbox One this week.
Stuff.
Stuff is happening.
So let's start out with Mars. Surviving Mars
Paradox
debuts.
Interactive.
Yeah, one of your favorite studios.
Yes.
there. Surviving Mars. It's a game on the Xbox and the PC. They are bringing mod support to the Xbox and the PC.
So this is huge.
Yeah. So you basically, and what's cool is you can mod on the Xbox. And I know what you're saying. You're like, Jordan. And I'm what man? And you're like, dude, how do I mod with a controller? And I say, hey man, that's no problem.
Mod
They're
on
also
your
bringing
PC.
no. No, don't mod on the PC. Mod on your couch in the comfort, and just hook up that PC or that keyboard and mouse.
That Razer.
Because they brought keyboard and mouse support to the game as well.
Oh, yes. Very nice.
The modding, which is very cool.
So while I'm really excited about this is Stellaris is coming from Paradox Interactive.
Yeah.
And I cannot
Yeah.
wait for that game. If you're into turn-based strategy, well, Paradox or Stellaris isn't really turn-based interact. It's more like Sins of a Solar Empire, where it takes time, and so by default, that time becomes a turn, right? Super cool game. Paradox Interactive, one of my favorite studios. So they're the guys that do City Skylines. For those of you that are new to Paradox Interactive, City Skylines,
Probably
fantastic.
the biggest one they have on the
It's going to be
console.
fun to get the mods for City Skylines.
Yep.
As well.
Yeah, exactly. So in their words, they said designed for Xbox One, Windows 10, and Linux. Paradox mods Paradox mods platform
There you go.
allows mod creators to share their work with other players on Xbox One and PC with a single upload. End quote.
Yeah, Major Barber, thank you very much for the sub, baby. High five.
All right.
Yes.
Woo. That's pretty cool.
That is
and
cool.
keyboard and mouse support.
I'm really excited for. And it's cool that they teamed up. They teamed up with Microsoft to do this. So
Yeah.
very good. Well
Yeah.
done,
Good for them.
Paradox.
Also, we talked about this a couple weeks ago.
Sacre bleu.
The new Overwatch map was in testing, and now it is actually available on the Xbox for everybody to play. I actually did play it this week.
You're lucky. I haven't had a chance to play it yet.
Yeah, actually,
What'd you think
I can't give you like a full review because I don't know. I mean, it was fun. It was Paris.
Paris?
It was Paris. It's not Control. What's the other game mode? Payload. It's a payload. Wait, no. I forgot. I know
You
we
forgot
won.
what game mode you played, but
Well,
you
because
won.
what happened is we basically
Game mode was
spawn
winning.
Yeah, the game mode was winning is what it was.
The only game mode I play, winning.
Sounds like you did really good.
Sorry, it's an assault map.
There
That's what
you
it was.
go.
But we just spawn camped him, so it just became a death map.
They also teased on their blog
We called it the massacre of
Paris.
Paris.
Of Paris.
yeah.
So the Nazis invaded.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, maybe, I guess.
You guys ever watch that show Vikings when they sacked Paris? That's
Did they sack Paris and the Vikings?
Yeah.
I guess who didn't the Vikings sack?
Yeah. Dude, the Vikings were legit. I actually wanted to cut my hair like that, but my wife wouldn't let me. I don't know why. She's apparently against cool things.
She's scared of Vikings.
The Vikings are legit.
Yeah.
I'm a Viking.
So
In my heart.
Ha!
I really am, though.
Overwatch is also
teasing
a new character.
Yeah.
Can I
Wait.
say the name? I love this name.
Okay.
Jean-Baptiste Augustin. Jean-Baptiste.
Yeah.
Wait,
Baptiste.
what? I didn't hear
teasing.
about this. Was this on the Daily
It was on this morning's
The
Gamer
Daily
News.
Gamer News.
Breaking.
I haven't
Would be
heard that
Hero
episode
30.
yet.
I think there was they sent out a little tweet as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited. New heroes are great.
So they
Giving attention to the name Baptiste.
Jean-Baptiste
So,
Augustin.
what do we know about him?
So he's a medic. So what happened
Another
is
support
what they
character.
teased was a letter. A captain went out to rescue Jean-Baptiste and basically described Jean-Baptiste as having one of the best shots he's ever seen.
Yeah.
A medic, super adaptable, and survivability was insane. So it sounds like he's going to be a tanky medic.
Well, it was. I don't know what he's gonna be, but when it said he's a medic and it says I've never known a medic to be such a good shot, I was just thinking like.
But no,
Like,
That's
it
like
was-
Anna.
I know that's. I was like, wait a minute.
That's like Anna.
Well, no. But then survivability was like a big key. Like he could take a beating. It sounded like.
So he's a hybrid tank?
I think
like
he's a
support
medic tank.
Which is Bridget. Bridget. I was
I
just
call
call
her
her Baggett.
Bridget.
Is she
Bilbo
French?
Baggett.
But this dude's French.
But
He's Jean-Baptiste.
Bridget's German. So
Jean-Baptiste.
we're back to that original.
The original battle taking place there.
Anyway, just
It's exciting though.
Blizzard does a good job of kind of teasing things and having
I just
fun
like
with
saying
it.
Jean-Baptiste.
Jean Baptiste.
This is going to be my next gamer tag. Jean-Baptiste.
That is a good one.
That's really good.
You can put it
man.
in quotes.
Yeah. Zing! Jordan! That was a good one.
That was really good, Jordan. I'm proud of
The other big game that has become big, and it's only been out for like
Big game,
2
in
weeks.
quotes.
Yeah, zinger.
Havoc.
you. It was better when Jordan did it.
gun.
Apex Legends is bringing in
A
its
new gun.
first new gun called the Havoc. Now this is
I've
actually
seen a
really
lot
cool.
about it.
Yeah, this is really cool because it has two what are they called? Hop ups. Yeah, hop ups attachment. Basically,
Yeah.
I call them upgrades like every other normal person in the world.
Yeah.
So I'm just kidding. I tease too much.
I tease.
I tease.
But I tease.
I tease.
But I'm just teasing.
I'm just kidding. But I don't know why we just don't call them upgrades or attachments. But hop ups.
Hop-ups. You can do two.
Yes,
Most
there's
guns you
two
can only do
different-
one.
Yeah.
All guns you can only do
There's
one.
two
This is the
different
first
types.
two one.
So if you put the I think it's turbocharge, which basically it does what the
No spin.
It does what similar is it devotion that like shoots really really
Yeah,
fast.
so it makes it so there's guns in the game. There's now 2 guns in the game where when you start shooting, it starts slow and then it ramps up
Yeah.
its speed,
So-
and then the DPS gets crazy.
So turbocharge ramps up the speed even faster for this gun, which is called Havoc. The other hop up for it is I forget what it's called, but it's a single fire, so it almost turns it
Sniper.
Yeah, exactly.
It turns his gun basically into a sniper.
And
If
this
you
gun-
get a scope.
And this gun is an energy weapon.
Yep.
correct?
Yes.
Yep, which is really good. It shoots out blue bullets.
The sniper is blue. It has like a
Yeah.
and you can see it. I actually like that they brought in a new energy weapon because that means more energy ammo. I felt like the energy ammo was kind of super
Probably
scarce.
because there was no energy weapons.
Exactly, yeah. So I feel like you need the turbocharger to take advantage of the gun's potential.
Yeah.
Without the turbocharger, I feel like the gun isn't very strong.
As
When
a
I think-
sniper, you don't think it's strong?
It's just,
Well, there's better snipers in the game.
yeah,
you know what I mean.
it feels.
At least that's my.
It
Because it's
does.
kind of a hybrid.
What does it do? Does it? I think 80 damage sniper hits. I think is what it is. But it's hard to hit people. It feels harder to hit with that gun. I don't know. Is that one hit scan? I think that's the only hit scan gun.
I thought there was no hit scan.
I think this one has hit scan.
Oh.
I think this is the first gun that introduces
I
hit
don't know
scan.
how I feel about that. I like that there's no hit scan.
Let me
I mean, the hit scan's not a bad
But because it's an
feature.
energy weapon, right? It goes,
Oh, I see. Yeah. So I guess there'd be no bullet drop anyway.
yeah.
if you
so
think of the lore,
let me
energy.
look and just see because I
Energy
feel
doesn't
like it was
drop.
hit scan. Havoc.
Mark's gonna look
Hit-
it up for us,
hit
but
scan.
there's actually about a minute trailer that they released with it. Kind of shows you the different
How it works,
attachments
how
that
it
you have
uses,
on it. It's really really cool. So I'm glad they're adding guns. Apex Legends is still doing fantastic.
Fantastic.
I'm really excited for the battle pass. I'm excited to see what they do with it. I'm
So
excited to
this
jump
is
into
going
it.
to be the test for Apex Legends. I feel like this release of
It is.
a new
It is hit scan.
It is hit scan. It's the only weapon that's hit scan, and it's that's the sniper. The other one isn't. So the sniper is the only hit scan.
And what hit scan means is if you point, you will hit that target. You will hit whatever's in your
There's
rifle.
no bullet time.
There's no bullet time or drop or anything
one
like
for
that.
one.
Yeah.
Boom. What you see, boom, is what it hits.
Yeah.
Like McCree in
hit scan, yeah.
in Overwatch is hit scan, whereas
Isn't Soldier hit scan too?
yeah, Soldier is hit scan, whereas a Zenyatta is not. It takes time for when you shoot for the bullet to travel and then hit somebody.
Yeah, you got to time it. I feel like this gun was released because Game Pass is coming. What next month? Next month, I think March.
Game Pass?
not
Oh,
Game
Battle Pass,
Battle
I was like-
Pass. Sorry, and that's where the test comes for this game. Are they going to be able to do enough to keep up with the constant releases that Fortnite does?
Yeah.
This first release, this gun release, is a little teaser of that, a little sample, a little wet of the palate. I
Just like,
believe.
hey guys, look what
Hey
we
guys,
can do.
check out this sweet new gun. This
Our
sweet
intern
new
did this.
addition. What does this do for the meta, etc. McSpicy.
Yeah.
We're 3 weeks in. Thoughts? Can they keep up with Fortnite?
Oh yeah. Not only that, they're when I said they were going to take a dent, they're taking huge dents. I think so. Before, let's just take like the Twitch and Mixer numbers.
Yeah,
from
just
what
go off
people-
of streaming numbers.
Streaming numbers, right? So Fortnite before was always 150,000 to 250,000 people all the time. Number one
and
on
the
Twitch.
next was not even close. Wasn't even 100,000.
yeah,
usually.
it was way down.
and it was usually like League of Legends or Hearthstone. or
Like
something.
Fortnite was 90% of viewership.
yeah,
Apex, since it's launched, has never gone down except when Overwatch is doing their tournament. Because that's new. That's big. They have been up in the 150 to 200 viewership now, whereas Fortnite is now in the 50,000s or
Wow.
less.
wow,
You know what's really exciting
So
about this?
it's gone from
it just flipped.
bunk. Yeah, so their Fortnite is like I predicted is taking hit because this game is so good.
You know what's really exciting about this whole situation?
What's that?
Is Epic's not going to take this sitting down. You know what I
No,
mean?
they're,
they're
not
going
just
to
going to give it up.
I mean,
Well,
let's.
they introduced hoverboards. Did you see
I
that?
saw people. I saw people snowboarding,
Yeah, well, it's a hoverboard.
snowboarding down mountains,
they saw
Hovering.
Apex. And they're
hovering.
like, guys,
sorry, hovering through the snow on mountains.
Technically, a hoverboard is a
Snowboard with air pockets.
Yeah.
that's what happened at the office.
Dude, I
They're
will
like,
say,
guys,
see,
Apex came out.
Icegrills
Bring out the
in
big
chat
guns.
says
The hoverboards.
Icegrills in chat says Apex is a lot of fun to watch.
It
And
is.
I
It's
said
exciting.
that last week. I've not had. So PUBG was the first that really was like, yes, this is fun to watch. Fortnite wasn't as fun for me to watch because I didn't play the game, and I feel like if you don't get the building aspect of it, if you don't, it's just not as fluid. Like PUBG was easier to watch because it's find, kill, shoot. Find, shoot, kill. Fortnite was find, shoot, umbrella, jump pad,
Hoverboard,
build, bricks, build, shoot. Like, I don't understand that strategy. If I'm not playing the game, I don't understand that strategy. Yeah. Apex, it's the funnest to watch out of all of them so far. Like, the gunplay is so smooth. And when you watch these players, when you watch these pro-style players, you're basically watching Halo players, CSGO players, where this is
Overwatch.
This is Overwatch. This is their forte,
domain,
right? This is the style of game that they thrive at, and it just is. It's so fast. It's so you're watching me, you're like, whoa! Look at what they just did, blowing my mind. Whereas in Fortnite, they're blowing my mind. They blow your mind because wow, look how fast he built that tower up there. This is like, dude, check out that kill shot, right? Like that's just. Whoa, it's so cool to watch. Spicy.
Major Barber in chat says Apex is balanced, and that is huge. You have all these heroes, and I feel like the game is perfectly balanced. I don't think there's anything wrong with all the characters. Some of those characters, like you think of, who's the Wraith? You think of her. I would be... If I were to think of a character that could just go invincible for like 8 seconds and travel distances and create portals, I'd be like, whoa, that character is super overpowered.
Yeah.
She's not. They even put like a little animation after, so she's vulnerable when she comes out of the animation. Her hand is like... Whoa. Because when you travel dimensions,
it hurts.
I'm
Takes a little bit out of you.
I'm pretty sure it beats you up a little bit.
Beats you up, yeah.
Especially your hand.
That's what they don't tell you.
Especially your hand.
That's what they don't tell you in those movies.
Well,
is how
it's
much
what Looper doesn't explain that.
They don't.
When you play the game, I mean, it feels like they really thought about stuff. Like, I mean, just the pinging system alone,
Well,
right?
it's Respawn.
Yeah. The pinging system alone,
Respawn
right?
is
But
so good.
like, for example, the map is actually smaller than Fortnite's and PUBG's, which makes the action more, it's more action, right? The strategy of the three players, right?
Okay.
The flanking between everybody, like it's
It's the new Call of Duty.
it's really good, yeah.
Do you think Respawn, when they did Titanfall 1 and they got mediocre reviews, which Titanfall 1 is a beautiful game. I
Really
love
good.
that game.
It was really good.
Titanfall 2, they took
Great
that
sequel.
and they balanced all the guns.
Dude,
and
best gunplay, really fun maps, super fun.
And it came out to mediocre reviews as well. Not as bad as the first one, but still like, oh, whatever. Do you think they took this game and they're just like, you know what? Let's just screw the whole PR move. Let's just launch it without anyone knowing.
Yeah,
yeah, I
probably.
think so.
And
I think that was
that
was a surprise.
That helped
Honestly,
them.
yeah.
Guess who
Don't
else?
hype it up.
Who-
Imagine if Anthem just dropped today with no hype. We didn't know about Anthem. Boom, drop. Whoa, look at this cool new Iron Man suit game.
Yeah.
Maybe hyping your game is bad.
Yeah.
Maybe the new model is
Well, do you guys
tight-lipped, top secret, boom, launch.
Do you guys know who else just launched their battle royale game?
Well, Tetris.
Fortnite. Like they didn't tell anybody. It just came out one day.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
Fortnite.
true.
Fortnite
They're
just
like,
dropped it.
They're like, oh, by the way, we even took the battle
Hey,
royale
remember how
logo
you-
from PUBG.
Hey, remember how you guys were purchasing this other game we're building? Well, we're coming out with this free game now. Boom.
And it just came out. You just logged in, and it was like battle royale mode.
You're like, what is this?
Yeah. Well, and I mean, the game is good enough to
Like,
retain.
imagine if Red Dead Redemption did not announce its
Red Dead
launch,
Redemption 2.
and it
There's
just
something to be
launched.
said about that, man.
Dude,
That, like,
I think-
seriously.
Like, it's almost like instant hype, and how could I hate it because I didn't know this was coming? I had no expectations. It's like waking up in March and finding out it's Christmas.
It's a bold move,
Who cares?
Cotton.
Who cares what gifts you get? It's Christmas.
It's a bold move, but let's see if it works out. It did. Yeah. Just like, I wonder if they were like, yeah, let's just release it tomorrow. I'm done.
Green Machine made a great point. He says Respawn probably knew the PR department at EA wasn't doing the other games any justice. Eliminate from doing that and let the game talk for itself. Here's what happened. EA probably came to them and said, "Hey, we know you've been working on this game. What are your talking points? We want to start
Yeah.
publicizing."
Hey, can you
and
send
they're
us
like-
that
and Respawn
email?
was like,
He's-
"Oh
the-
shoot!
yeah, the-
Can someone hit that release
The
button?"
producer's
There's
like,
a
sends
red
a quick text.
There's like a red
Launch it.
There's
Launch.
there's like a red
Yeah, it
new
was one of
button. They
those-
just hit it.
It was one of those things.
Oh,
hey,
we
send
just
us your
we just launched it.
send us your email
you
with
did?
the advertisements in it.
Oh, sorry, too late, we
hit
just
the
launched it.
we hit the wrong button. Wrong email.
Man, that's so funny. I wonder if that, maybe that has something to do with it. They're like, oh, crap. Send that email. Shoot that email now. Launch.
They're going to kill our game with their talking points.
That's funny. Yeah. 4 new backward compatible games arrive on Xbox One.
Sorry, before we move on to this next story.
So that wasn't Jordan just cutting off randomly. David pointed at us.
Put my hand in his mouth.
Yeah, the thing.
Right up to his lips.
The
Don't
Lloyd,
say anything.
Picture. Don't say anything.
Lloyd to Miss Swanson.
McSpicy, I want to get you on this because we've talked about this 3 weeks in a row, and I'm sorry if people get tired of this, but it's epic news. Epic. Will this beat Fortnite? You said you thought it would dent it. Now you're saying it's done a big dent. Will it overtake?
Well,
with
see,
time?
the problem is
the battle pass is
the
what's
problem
gonna matter.
is the kids. I mean, I've been trying to get my nephews on this game for a while, but they're
hooked.
Did they ever
Fortnite.
play it all?
Well, see, yeah. So my nephew, he's 10 or 11 or something like that. I don't know, something weird. No, I'm just kidding.
Some weird age.
some
where they're
weird
doing
age,
weird
some weird
crap.
awkward age.
Yeah.
Puberty might have been hitting. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what's going on there.
It was
Voice is
it was
cracking.
blurry. I don't know
His
what
voice
else.
is cracking. He's starting to smell.
No, but he tried Apex and didn't like it because it was harder.
Oh, it is hard. I think that's what's so fun to watch because it takes skill. I mean, not that Fortnite doesn't take skill, but it's less apparent.
Yes, well, and I said it last week.
It's less obvious.
It's the third-person view. It helps so much to see around corners where everyone is.
Yeah,
and they're used to it.
That's what's so fun.
If you get shot at, it's like the Halo Shield. You can
you can
survive.
You can be caught out of position and make it through
And still survive.
if you're good. I mean, you do have to be good.
And that's
won't
what the
give them
building
that.
does. It helps players.
Well, like you've said in the
get
past,
caught out of position and not play position as importantly, and then they can still survive it. They still have a bad chance of surviving.
I think that's exactly why it's so fun to watch. You just nailed it because Fortnite, it's not as obvious the skill that it takes, whereas in Apex, it's so obvious the skill that it takes in this game, and it's so fun to watch people that are so good at it,
Yeah.
And it's so fast.
But yeah, I think eventually when those kids finally hit puberty and then actually have, a little bit more control over their thumbs.
Their testosterone starts surging.
Yeah.
And they really want to kill stuff.
And I think then they'll move over to Apex. But that's the only problem. They have Fortnite was smart to hit that younger generation, and they did.
Yeah.
But the Apex is...
Apex is a real player.
It dented it hard.
See, I think Battle Pass is really going to tell moving forward how they handle it, what they do. Does that keep pace? Because they have all the momentum right now. And if they can continue that momentum with a solid battle pass, with solid continuous drops and releases, they're going to be well done, Respawn. Congratulations. They're getting and Titanfall's up like 2,000% in sales, Titanfall 2, because of this game. Yeah, you're getting the recognition you deserved with previous Titanfalls that you never got. Well done, Respawn. I couldn't be happier for you.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And it's fun to see competitors compete against each other because we all benefit. I'm going to guarantee you that every game from now on is going to have a freaking awesome ping system.
Even the developers from Anthem were like, "Oh, dude, they're just down the hallway. That we should go ask them about
why
that."
Didn't you guys? Why did you tell us this?
Guys, I was talking to you at the vending machine the other day.
I was like, "Hey, look, we have this Iron Man flying game. We really want some pinging direction here. What can you?"
I think,
and you didn't say anything.
I think everybody's looking at that system and trying to figure out how to implement it.
I really do.
No, it is
because
fantastic.
it is amazing.
Maybe even Wargroove will have it.
Do you remember when
Wargroove pinging fortress
ping,
fortress
ping, ping,
come
ping,
get the
ping.
fortress, guys. When it's your turn.
Oh man, that's funny.
I mean, it's like, yeah, dude, their pinging system is legit.
Yeah, every game is going to have that from now on.
Too legit to quit.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm really excited. The news that has come out just in this past week, the new games that have come out, the things that are happening, the next 5 years, I think gaming is going to change more than we've ever seen it change. And instances like this ping system, it'll be implemented in everything. You know what I mean? Like, we're seeing things start to happen. It's going to be a completely different landscape in 5 years, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hopefully for the better.
No, I think definitely for the better. Yeah, I don't think that's a question.
Okay, well there you go. There you go.
Backwards compatible games.
4 new backward compatible games. We got Lost Planet 1 through 3.
1, 2, and 3.
That's dirty. We also have Resident Evil Code Veronica X.
Boom.
Another dirty one.
Wait, did you play that one? I never played that one.
No, Resident Evil Code Veronica X. I never played that one.
That was, an offshoot.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Well, now we can play
Lost
it.
Planet
Now
is
I
fun.
can play
I played the first Lost Planet. Super fun.
Lost Planet. Yeah, that's a good one. So I'm excited. I'm always excited for backward compatibility games, even though sometimes I don't go and play them. It's just nice to know that I can.
Amen.
You know what I mean?
Amen to that, brother.
So I may
It's
not
just
need
nice
to
know I
do
can.
that, but it's nice to know that I can.
Yeah.
So no, that's actually really exciting. I Lost Planet 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
That's a big one. So also
It's
Skull.
like peeing outside.
It just feels
I'm not
great.
going to do it, but it's nice to know that I can.
Yeah.
You know? The world is my toilet.
Yeah, why is that against the law?
I don't know.
Why? Do you really have to ask why?
Some prudish people. Have you walked in downtown Los Angeles? That's why.
Oh,
Just whiffs of human urine everywhere.
No, yeah,
Legit.
But when you gotta
Especially
go,
in the middle of summer when it's hot. Oh,
you know, that's what they used to do in the medieval times.
When we were
and
at
people
E3
died. Lots. Lots of people died.
They were tougher back then.
I remember you were complaining, Jordan, when we went to Denny's at E3.
Yeah, pee.
Yeah, it did smell pretty bad.
It ruined the pancakes.
Pea mixed with bacon's not a good smell.
I had steak, actually.
Speaking of which, I had.
Or it was IHOP.
Hey
That's what
guys, I had.
IHOB.
I had a bacon donut today. Blew
Oh,
my
yeah.
mind. I didn't think my mouth could experience any more orgasmic new experiences via my taste buds.
I'm sorry.
Quote unquote.
Quote, unquote.
In quotations. Bacon on a donut. It's like a maple. It's not even a full maple donut. It was like a soft maple flavor.
I'm happy for you, David. I've been experiencing bacon on donuts for a while.
Why have you
Why
not
haven't-
shared this? Why have you kept it
I was
to
just
yourself?
down the hall.
Why have you kept it to yourself?
It's like the ping
you're like
system.
Apex.
Yeah. I'm
You're
sorry.
Respawn.
Yeah, you
No.
just keep it to yourself and then release it.
Do you know what I discovered?
Oh, it's so good.
on the Super Bowl Sunday.
Huh.
I discovered, you know those little wieners that you get in like
Quotations. Yeah.
yeah, those little hot dog things that
Yeah.
you get in like the crock pots and stuff.
Uh-huh.
You get those,
Okay.
and then you wrap them in bacon,
Okay.
and then you
Like
bake,
a little pig in a blanket
Yeah, pig in a
with
blanket.
bacon.
with bacon.
Yeah.
I've never had those before in my
I've
life.
had that before. Yeah, those are good.
And they already have like barbecue sauce on them. So
No,
So
I don't
good.
like that. I don't like the barbecue. It was barbecue
Really?
sauce free.
It's barbecue
Wow, really?
sauceless.
Yeah, it blew
I-
my mind.
I like the barbecue sauce.
I think bacon is the greatest food of all time.
Dude, it's so
goats for food.
It's goats.
Yeah.
It's the goat. How'd you had goat bacon?
Pigs, man.
Goat bacon.
Oh.
Pigs are the underrated animal of the ranch.
Pigs are cool. I would like a baby pig as a
Like
pet.
a teacup pig,
Like a
like
little
Babe?
teacup pet. Like they're so cool.
They're
super
funny.
smart.
They just like run around.
yeah.
They're cool.
Yeah, my wife's
Dude,
wanted one of those.
Pigs
for a
on a
while.
donut. And I hear in Anaheim, there's a restaurant. I've seen this on like the Food Channel. Everything on the menu is bacon. Everything. Like bacon cake, bacon milkshakes. I'd like to try bacon milkshake. And after having a bacon donut, I'm like, boom, bacon milkshake. I'm there.
What is the science behind bacon? I don't get it. Why is it so good on everything? You can put it on donuts and it tastes amazing. I had candied bacon at just a couple weeks ago.
Dude, it's so good.
Candied bacon.
What
Oh,
part of the pig is the bacon?
Blew my mind. Blew my mind. It was delicious.
What was it like? Like, I mean, like what kind of candy?
So what they like baked it and then put brown sugar on it, and it was amazeballs.
How big was it?
It was just like little. It was almost like sprinkles, kind of, but it was good.
So what part of the pig is the bacon?
I don't know.
The good part.
I
Breast? I don't know.
The breast.
The only good part on any animal? The breast.
Not according to Star Wars 7.
Yeah.
Because that alien boob was weird. The cow milk part. Remember when
what
Luke
the-
was like,
What was
when
that?
Luke gets this thing and then looks at me like I guess I'm drinking this shiz. What is it? What about it? Right? And I'm like, dude, leave me alone.
I drink it straight from this alien's teat.
I know.
And the
Suck on
alien,
that. Suck on that, audience.
even the alien like looks over you like, "Rrr."
That was the weird part, is that they flashed to the alien's face like, whoa.
like it wasn't consensual.
It wasn't consensual milkshake. Oh, you didn't ask me for my milk. What are you doing to me?
Yeah.
Shut up, I have the force. Shut up, you like it.
So that's the only breast food that I probably wouldn't have anything to do with.
Shut up, I'm a Jedi.
That's exactly like he looked at me like I was doing something, like I was judging him, and I guess I kind of was, but I was just
That was
confused.
weird. Like, what the? And it was just out of nowhere, like,
And he like shoves it in his mouth, like squirts it everywhere.
and he's like, oh.
And the cow was like, alien cow was like, please help. Please help.
Whoa, help me, someone help me. No, you just took my milk.
I'd say no, but I don't have
That
the
was
vocabulary.
for my baby. Shut up, I'm a Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyways, back to bacon. It's great.
Well, then he uses a freaking catapult to like catapult across the cliff for no reason. Like, hey, look, I'm an Olympian pole vaulter.
That's because he just drank his milk.
A lot of calcium.
Yeah, now I can jump across, and then while I'm jumping across, we'll flash to an X-wing in the water, and these crazy penguin-like creatures.
Dude, what's up with him in his parking, man?
His parking. I know.
No, dude, like in Dagobah, he landed in the water too.
He lands in a swamp.
He's supposed to be this great pilot.
Yeah, he can use the Force to float and to come back from the dead
And take milk.
and to also fake his own death, like via image from hundreds of miles away. But he can't use the Force to land.
He can't land
I
properly.
remember him shooting
Or-
those 2 little
or-
torpedoes in that little
Yeah,
hole.
what the heck?
Or he's got to stop parking during low tide. Like I bet that's what happened. He parked during
Here's
low
the-
tide. He comes back after breakfast, and he's like, "Oh,
Here's what happened. After Return to the Jedi, he was just fed up with life. And he went there and he was like, look, I own this
Like, I
island.
freaking blew up the
and then
the
he
Death
saw
Star
this like
again.
he saw this like daddy long leg alien large neck nipple
He's all,
guy.
oh,
come
I
up,
got to
and
get a
he's
piece
like-
of that.
He's like, you're mine. All right, whatever happened here before, you're mine. And he's just fed up with life. He's like, I just crashed my X-wing.
Again.
You're mine.
It was a tough couple years.
That's so true. There were so many wasted scenes like that. Like and it was there. I mean, let's be honest. The reason they flashed the cute little penguins is so that you could sell the little plushy penguins that literally have nothing to do with the movie.
Dude, honestly, I want to buy a stuffed animal of that the
milk.
Yeah, the milk monster.
Only if
milk
it came with like a plastic thing.
Yeah,
And like
and when you hit the button, it does that.
it goes,
Whenever you can get like a drinking fountain or something with it, that'd be sweet. Yeah.
Speaking of bacon, sorry to go back to bacon, and then we'll continue on with the show. We're doing a show, right?
I'm
About
pretty sure.
candy?
Candied
Bacon
bacon,
is so good. What else? What other food can you do this to? Bacon is so good that you can cook with the leftover, and it makes your next food that much more delicious. So I cook my eggs in the bacon grease, and it's so
yeah.
good.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the ultimate food. It's the best dessert. It's the best meal. It's the best breakfast.
I'm going to throw bacon on my ice cream next time I eat ice cream.
There's
gonna do
bacon
it.
ice cream. It's actually really good.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I believe it.
Where
You
have
don't
you
have
had
to say actually.
I actually had it at Denny's. They had like a
Bacon
bacon
ice
special.
cream.
They had
What's the
bacon
flavor of
brownies.
ice cream?
Bacon. I don't know.
Is it like vanilla, just
no,
with
it was,
bacon
no,
in
it
it?
was bacon. It tasted like bacon
I'm just going to pour grease on
in
my
ice
ice cream
form.
and just see what
Well,
it
they
does.
fry ice cream. In
I don't know
certain
how to
countries.
do that.
I think you
You just have
fry
to
it.
get really hot.
I actually don't know
I've
the
never had
science
fried
behind
ice
it.
cream.
I've never found out. I don't know the science of bacon either. I just know it's good on everything. It's literally good on everything. Name a food it's not good with.
Crispy bacon or just like the
Well,
limp
see, I don't know.
bacon?
I've not tried it with everything. Could you dip it in milk?
Oh,
You know, like Oreos.
Hey, do you know what my wife does?
alien boob milk?
Alien.
You know what my wife
Maybe
does?
he had like some bacon in that.
Dude,
Maybe
what do you-
bacon.
what do you guys
Then
think
I
of
don't
this?
blame him for raping the alien.
Dude, speaking-
for his milk.
Speaking
Probably
of-
tastes like bacon.
Speaking
Okay.
of dipping stuff in milk, check this out. And I found this weird, and I feel like I do a lot of weird stuff. So
You're
this,
kind of a weird
this,
dude.
This like reached a whole new level for
Okay.
me. So I'm sitting at the dinner table, and my wife comes up with a bag of chips, sour cream and cheddar. You know what I mean? The
okay.
sour
I
cream and
appreciate
cheddar
it.
chips.
That's
Those are
good. It's good.
Solid
Then-
selection.
Then she starts dipping them in her milk like a cookie, and just starts
What?
eating it. Yeah, and I was like,
Okay, that's weird.
"What are you doing?" She's like, "I'm just dipping it in." Like, and she just looked at me like, "Dip it in
Like
milk."
the alien.
Yeah,
you
like
were-
Luke looked at
like-
you, like how Luke looked at you, and I'm
Like
like,
you
You're
were
judging
weird, like
me.
you were-
You
you were weird.
are judging
it's
me.
like-
you were weird
Yeah.
for asking her.
yeah, like Luke looked at you.
What do you mean? What am I doing?
Yeah, what do you-
dipping my chips in my
Yeah.
milk. Have you never done that?
And, yeah, I felt weird. I was like, "Oh no, I'm sorry,"
Like,
but yeah, so I'm not the only one then.
No, that's pretty
that
strange.
is-
Okay, because
did it
sometimes
taste good?
sometimes I think
can
things.
see because it's cheddar, but
It might be good.
I
Is
guess
it
she
good?
is pregnant right now, so I mean,
Oh.
maybe
Okay,
that.
never mind. Then you're-
I wouldn't have even brought this up then.
everything that you're gonna.
You have like a
Yeah.
get out of
Yeah.
jail free card anytime you say, whatever. Yeah.
It was just weird, and I like I said, I feel like it was just since we're talking about milk.
Bacon's overrated.
Hey, Skull and Bones
Skull and Bones.
is the new game that Ubisoft is coming out with that you guys got to play. at
Lesbian
E3.
pirates.
I played it. It's awesome.
Lesbian pirates.
What?
I don't understand that reference.
I'm predicting it's gonna be lesbian pirates.
Oh yeah, probably if you read the story.
Story?
I can. I'm really
I thought you had Tourette's for a second. I didn't know what was going on.
I was like, what level did you play? I didn't see
Lesbian
that.
Snickers.
to show
That's
him
a great candy bar.
Stickers, bacon,
Bacon, lesbian bacon.
pirate bacon.
I know, I was confused. Okay, what were you saying?
Anyway,
Can you tell the story?
Skull and Bones, the game that Ubisoft is making, they're actually coming out with a TV series. Skull and Bones is going to be set in the same world. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be like Defiance, where like jump
where
back
they
and
try
forth.
to tie a story because
I
it's not
think
going to be a
it's just
story
gonna-
to call Skull and Bones. It's just PvP, beef.
I think it's
PvE
just
everybody.
It's just it just takes place in the same world, right? So there's going to be a TV show about it. But the reason I brought this up is because Ubisoft, one of the best video game movies was actually Assassin's Creed. Yeah,
True.
Which
Doctrine.
maybe because I went into it with like such low
Me too.
expectations, like
Yeah.
super low.
Surprisingly
Like you watched
okay.
it on like a plane,
I watched
didn't
it on a
you?
plane.
Yeah,
and
you're
I was like, well, I'm
stupid,
stuck
right?
here for 12 hours. This
And
thing might go down.
then he did the
What
leap
else am I
of
gonna
faith,
do?
and I like cheered.
Yeah, I
Like
remember that.
it
And
was
the
it
eagle?
was legitimately it was legitimately good.
Best
I was-
video game movie, you think?
It's between that and
adaptation?
Warcraft, in my opinion. Between that and
Well,
Warcraft.
I don't know. Are we doing like a video game that came out first and then a movie? Or,
Definitely not.
Or both ways?
No, video game first, then movie.
Because I really like Warcraft.
I think
Warcraft
it's
is
for me.
good.
It's between Warcraft and
I think I preferred Assassin's Creed over Warcraft.
Assassin's Creed.
Warcraft was too Warcrafty for me.
I think that was the point.
I'm pretty sure that is, yeah. Well, it's too grindy. It's a grindy game. I don't
Yeah, there's too much Warcraft in that Warcraft movie.
There's too much war. Thought it was going to be about peace.
I thought that big green goblin guy, I didn't know what to expect from him.
I got to look at a list of movies that did video
There's the
games
new
first.
Tomb Raider that was.
That's
that's
I don't
pretty-
think.
but
it's-
I don't
Assassin's
think. I
Creed
think
was like-
Assassin's Creed was better.
Assassin's
yeah.
Creed was like this pleasant surprise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Skull and Bones though, pirate movie. It's I think it's focusing on like female pirates.
Yeah, I think it's going to be. They talked about it's going to.
Which I was just kidding. It's probably not going to be. It's probably not going to be lesbian pirates. Unless,
Oh, they'll probably.
unless
They might Showtime it.
Unless
me.
Showtime does it, and then it's going to be orgy pirates. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
what.
That
what
was
else are
really
we gonna have?
confusing for me to like. You just jumped in. I
Just
didn't know
jumped
what
in.
was going on.
No, it is going to
Sometimes I
be.
just say words.
It's Skull and Bones TV series is described as a female-driven drama that takes place in the same setting and time period as the game.
Boom.
In the Indian Ocean. At the end of the golden age of
The
piracy.
Indian Ocean.
Amanda Siegel, who previously has been an executive producer for Persons of Interest and The Mist, is scheduled to write the series' pilot episode.
Pilot episode.
I think you're right. I'm looking at these lists of movies. They're all terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, come on, Resident Evil. Okay, Resident Evil, like the Mila Jovovich ones.
Yeah, but those
Those are on your like Pacific Rim level type movies. Like you know it's bad, but you're just loving every second of it.
Yeah, so I saw Aquaman
Dude, that movie was legit.
this weekend. Speaking of Prime,
That movie.
Did you like the flute scene?
I
Dude,
don't
that was
remember the
awesome.
food Scene. Where was the food?
What,
scene?
dude? After they like, so he takes
Okay,
off
so
his
hold
shirt
on,
again,
hold on.
right?
Okay.
and then
Are you going to say spoilers in this? We got to warn.
oh, probably.
No, we don't have to do spoilers.
Yeah, whatever.
There's a part where she's on the boat just randomly playing the flute.
Playing a flute.
And it's like, dang.
And
You
then
don't remember that?
And then he comes in and his shirt's off.
Wait, who is the redhead
Girlfriend.
girl?
Yeah.
She is smoking, by the way.
Dude.
I
I
leaned over to my wife and I said, "You should dye your hair that color."
Dude, I leaned over to
She
my
gave
wife
me a
and told her
look.
we should kiss like that underwater. I don't know if you guys caught that kiss.
I don't. That's
Where
But
she's
that was-
like her legs wrapped
Yeah,
around
and
him.
you're like,
dude, it was
oh,
legit.
man.
Oh my
salt
gosh.
water in my. I don't need that.
No, dude, did you see the way they were making out underwater?
Do you know how much whale poop probably got sucked in? Right
Dude, it's
there?
Aquaman. He tells the whales to
Oh,
poop
oh!
other
You know what
places.
pissed me off? Think about this. This bit like so.
Okay,
the
I'm
bad
gonna
guy-
go. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on
No,
spoilers.
this isn't a spoiler. I
I'm
promise.
still gonna do it.
This isn't a spoiler. You
I
just want to
don't
play the elevator
care.
music.
I do like it. Oh,
Bazinga.
oh, oops, that's
Okay.
the wrong one. What's
So
that?
in Aquaman,
Great movie.
the bad guy's like, "We need to teach the humans a lesson," and he throws back all the trash from the ocean, and they're like, they dump their waste and their trash and blah 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 into the ocean, right? Which okay, that's true. I can appreciate that.
Oh, Mark actually brought this topic.
but my
up as
question
well.
is, what does Atlantis do with its waste? Like, we never talk about that.
Oh yeah, they're hypocrites.
Yeah.
I said that the whole time I was watching
it's
it.
completely hypocritical. Like
Yeah.
they're going to then they're at battle, like, and I see explosions and
The only difference
for the ocean.
The only difference is they breathe in their poop.
Yeah, right. We're more sanitary. Like, yeah, it was just kind of like this
Complete
like,
hypocrites.
I was sitting there thinking like, well, what does Atlantis do with their waste? Like, I don't understand.
Dude, you know when I knew this movie was going to be great?
I know I pee in the ocean when I go there, so
Yeah.
Atlantis must be a standard thing.
Yeah.
Do you want me to? I'll just keep.
Dude,
No,
you
no,
kn-
no.
You know when
Are we sure?
You know when I knew this movie was going to be great?
Yeah, when?
At the very beginning.
With the guitar music?
When the guitar... Yeah, when the guitar turns on and he walks through the steam and flips his hair with no shirt.
Yeah.
I think I actually leaned over to
I
Mark.
laughed out loud.
I leaned over to Mark and I said, Mark, that's how I'm going to get out of the shower every day of my life.
So,
Dude, it was awesome. I don't know
didn't
why-
really like it. I didn't really like
Dude,
it.
you
All
had
it
to
was-
pay attention to his hair.
All it was
Yeah.
was hair flipping, no shirt, and the testosterone.
And a hot redhead.
Yeah.
I appreciate, and Nicole Kidman. I'm a big fan of Nicole Kidman.
Dude, the
I feel like she was cool.
dude, it was amazing.
Like I just kind of,
I was amped.
I just kind of felt directionless. Like what's the point of, like, they're not setting up Aquaman in any. I didn't understand why am I watching this movie?
They were basically, I mean, granted, you know, they could have done better, but they were basically setting up the relationship between Aquaman and his brother. That's like how they're, you know, that's a big
okay.
part of
Okay.
that dynamic.
See, but
Atlantis,
the fact that I could
and
watch
Black
that whole
Mantis.
movie,
Yeah.
the fact that I could watch that whole movie and
I was curious on how they were going to do.
Dude, because I don't know if you've seen like the comic book version of Black Mantis, and they did a
It's
fantastic
huge.
job. Yeah, he just got a big helmet, and when he was making his helmet in the movie, he was like, "It needs to be bigger," and I was like, "Yes, yes, it does."
Well,
and he
see,
came out with that
they
dome.
They didn't do a good job of that because I was like, "Who's this cartoon character now that I'm watching?" Like I did because I don't know those comics.
Dude, I loved
yeah.
it.
But see, now you know the relationship between the brother.
See, but the
and
fact that I
him.
could go through that whole movie, I mean, I enjoy. It's not that I hated the movie. I just, as superhero movies goes, it's not in my top 10. Like, it's just like, meh.
Dude,
I mean,
as awesome-
I liked it because I
Do you
got
know
out
what-
of the house with my
do you
wife.
know what
and
you
got
just
to
did,
eat.
David?
You want to know the best thing about that movie?
I gotta say what
The
you just did.
popcorn that I had.
I got to tell you
Dude,
this.
you must have missed some scenes. Man.
Yeah, I know.
Did you go to the bathroom at all?
No.
I
Oh,
think
I
you
did
might have.
once.
Yes,
I
yeah,
did
and that was
once.
probably
Maybe
like
the
one
flute
of the most.
scene.
Yeah,
I think it was the flute scene.
That was
Because I was
the
looking
flute
for
scene
it.
was because it was so. They just did this big
It's
epic
so
battle.
Hard cut. The hard cut on the flute
And then
scene.
it just like, all right, we defeated Black Mantis. Do do do. And then like, and she's like on the and you're.
Oh,
was-
I think I did go to the bathroom then because it was right after the fat battle in Italy.
Yeah, and that's when the flute scene was. It was awesome.
No, she's.
David, I feel like you just did this. You said, well, that redhead is hot. I love the redhead and all this other, you know, it's great. I hated it. That's like you're a reviewer for Anthem.
No, because just because I think someone's hot doesn't mean I like the performance or the movie that they're in.
I'm confused right now.
There's a lot of.
What did you
he's
think?
saying?
Did you think this was Citizen Kane?
The
like,
game-
what are you trying to
He's-
get out of this movie?
He's saying the game could have good graphics, but not good gameplay.
Yeah,
Is
that's
he
exactly
says,
what it
he's
was.
saying. He's saying
That's
the graphics
exactly what
were
it was.
good, but the gameplay
fidelity was there, right? That
4K.
I'm pretty sure this
beautiful.
movie wasn't supposed to be Citizen Kane, is all I'm saying.
No, but the fact that I could go through that movie and not realize that they were setting up the relationship between the brothers.
No, but now you know that relationship. Now, that's what I'm guessing what they're doing. Because now you
can
know
see that.
the dynamic between him and Atlantis and, you
Well, and
know,
here's
his
the thing:
royalty
I
line. and all
love
that
him
stuff.
as Drogo. Like he played that
Another
role well.
shirtless scene.
and I liked him as Aquaman.
And several others.
So I did not like Batman vs Superman either. But
That's
I
'cause they
liked
had shirts on.
or not Batman vs Superman. Justice League.
There were no bat nipples on that one.
Justice League was not that good in my mind either. But I liked Aquaman in Justice League. I did not like Aquaman in Aquaman. If that like he's like.
Did
He
all I
played the
know-
whole surfer. I'm a surfer with superpowers gig too. Like, whoa,
Dude, all I know
Hey,
is this
bro.
movie.
I
This
gotta
movie.
go save Atlantis, dude.
I call it a Pacific Rim movie. It punched
Yeah.
all the right buttons for me.
I agree. I agree. With
I mean,
that.
there
That's
was-
what it is.
There was
I
big
agree with that.
explosions. There were sharks eating people. There was people eating sharks. I mean, there's some
really?
crazy stuff. There was weird fish people. There was flutes. There was no shirts. Muscles.
yeah.
What? Why are we?
No, keep going,
Embers.
keep going.
Oh,
Yeah,
all
I was
right.
Just shouting out Barber.
I don't know where I was going with all that, but
Muscles?
there was a lot. There was
No,
muscles.
see, that's
there was
all-
the most epic kiss I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that leg wrapped around. Even my wife was like, dang.
Like they kissed, and I went, "Whoa!"
yeah, you like it
Whoa.
back. It was pretty
So
powerful.
you're saying if you were in a D-box seat, that seat would have rumbled.
Yeah, whoa!
it was pretty
I
potent.
cheered for it. I was yes. And then after they do what awesome people do after they make out, they go kill people
It's pretty
or
true.
fish people.
So in the comics, because I don't know much
and,
about Aquaman.
and you had crab warriors. You remember the little crab people? They were hilarious.
Well, and his voice, hey, we will not give up.
I don't know. I don't know what you were expecting, David. I'm pretty sure that it was just a good time.
I guess.
It wasn't supposed to be this epic Academy Award 10-time winner or anything like that. It was supposed to touch you in the sweet spots.
Yeah, and they're like doing their claws.
Yeah. Your expectations were rather high.
And here's my other problem. Like, I don't understand what Aquaman's weakness is. Like, they didn't set up...
Dehydration.
No, like, he's basically Superman.
Humility.
He's basically Superman.
Small muscles.
He kind of is.
He can fly. He's like, what is... I don't understand. Where does he get his strength? And why is he... Like, what's his weaknesses?
You missed it. It was a pretty
They
good
did
gift.
like the crab gift. It was funny. His strength is awesomeness.
His strength
And-
is his hair. Like, what? I
It's
don't
pretty
understand.
powerful.
Dude, I don't know how you missed those hair whips. He'd
No,
be
I
like,
saw
"Hey,
the
what's
hair
up?"
whips.
Dude, do you know how many slow motion shots were there? Was just like it was just eye candy. That's all that movie was. It wasn't this huge dynamic.
Because it started off cool.
Spiritual.
Nicole Kidman in the lighthouse kicking butt with that sweet trident. That was cool. I was like, oh, cool. Okay, we're going to get some good fight scenes. But I didn't even find the fight scenes interesting after that.
I put this back on.
I mean, it doesn't tell the story.
Well, there's real. Just know there's not a real story.
And then
Yeah,
there,
you can basically turn off
and
the
then
spoilers
there
'cause
was
there's no
their.
story.
Well, see, here's the deal, David. Do you like fireworks? Do you like fireworks?
I like fireworks, yes.
Okay. Is there a plot there?
Well, if you go back to like,
Yeah, but see, when I go to see fireworks, I go to see fireworks.
See, that's what we were expecting when we went to this movie.
when I went to see Aquaman, I thought, cool,
I felt
superhero movie. Here we go.
I thought that this movie felt exactly like a
It
comic
should.
book.
Like it
you know,
should.
like over the top stuff, space fish, fish space
crab
suits.
people.
Tell me you didn't like the fish space suits, man.
I hated the fish space.
Those were hilarious.
Oh, I don't know.
Dude, I think the best characters, and I really hope
tell
they
you
make
what they
like
did. Oh,
I really hope they make like a sub series is that crab race. Because
Oh,
like
yeah.
you said, those guys
They
were
were-
funny.
They were the last people to.
Dude, and they were like, "We're not joining you."
Yeah, screw
Oh!
you.
Well, and I found that whole storyline to just be like, okay,
Yeah, like fireworks. There's no storyline in fireworks.
okay.
I really enjoyed it. It was like Pacific Rim. My wife doesn't know why I like Pacific Rim. I'm like, it's big monsters fighting big robots. There's
What's not
nothing,
to
I
like?
know, I don't understand.
That samurai
she-
has 3 swords.
She came with us. She didn't like the movie either, and I was like,
There we go. I'm with Major Barber. Fireworks suck unless you're firing them.
Not necessarily.
That's how I felt in that movie. Like, let
No,
me swim in the
That's
ocean
a lie.
really fast.
That's a lie.
let me make out with this redhead in the ocean really fast.
Major Barber's wrong. Fireworks are fun if there's lots of them.
Okay. But honestly, though, what's his superpower?
he's the
I actually don't know.
the king of
Yeah,
Atlantis.
see? Like,
He
they
can
don't
control
explain any of
water.
that.
He can control
Explain
water.
to me
No,
what
he
is-
can. His power is he can talk to animals, and he's really strong in the sea.
Well,
he's
okay,
Superman in the sea.
They did say he could. They did explain that he could talk to animals, but they didn't go into any depth as if like nobody else. They didn't explain that nobody else could do that necessarily.
They did.
right? Like
in the movie, they did.
no, they didn't.
Yes, they did. The monster that he had to fight killed everybody because they couldn't
and
speak
he could
to
control
him.
the ocean. Oh, because the girl could control the ocean. He couldn't. He got swept away when that big tidal wave came.
What?
What are you talking about?
Oh no, all the Atlantic. Well, maybe I don't know.
No, only she could. She could control the water, but
but
he
she was the
can't.
princess.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
maybe
she had royal
They
blood.
did explain that nobles can go both on land and water. Because I was like, why do some people have suits of armor and some people don't? That because they explained that part.
I
Fish
think
space
you were
suits.
daydreaming about something else during
I
this
call
movie.
it. I call it
Well,
FASA.
I think here's
Fish
what happened.
NASA.
I heard everybody say this is what happened. Everybody said, I loved Aquaman. Aquaman was so good. Aquaman.
I thought it
Aquaman."
was awesome.
And I went to see it and I was like, I don't get it.
Yeah, you were expecting too much.
Yeah.
Go in with low expectations. You'll love it.
That's my problem.
I went in like normally, and I loved it. Still,
Okay, we got way off topic.
Yeah.
Last
the
news
last
story.
news story: Trials Rising Open Beta is now
Boom,
available
for everybody.
For
up until
everybody.
day of purchase. So go check it
Yeah,
out.
and I believe if you play in the open beta, you get a cool little bike.
Oh,
for
we're
the
gonna have a lot
full
of community
game.
challenges for that game.
And then there is one more news story, but I think David wanted to talk about this one.
Oh, I should actually probably pull this up because I wanted to like read it. That side of it is actually.
You have
really
a
good.
story prepared that you haven't read yet?
No, I mean I've read it.
I've prepared.
Guys, I prepared something that I haven't prepared.
So rumors coming out of Kotaku is that, and they seem pretty solid. This is the biggest news story of the week, easily. The Nintendo Switch is going to get the Xbox Game Pass. Hold on. And Xbox One games. So they're going to get the Xbox Game Pass and Xbox One games. Very interesting. What do we think of that?
Well, what games? Obviously, they're not going to put their heavy hitters
So
on there.
I think they're exclusive games. The Microsoft exclusive games. Well, that's
Yeah,
the
but
idea.
like, let's take Halo and Gears
if
of
they
War,
get
for
Game
example.
Pass, every single Microsoft game we know will be in Game Pass.
Well, their
will
game,
also be
but
on-
that's what I'm saying. I don't think it'll be the Game Pass we have. I think it'll be a Game Pass for the Switch. Because, for example, I mean, I don't mean this. I like Microsoft. I think they're doing a good job. But if you start putting like Halo and Gears of War on other machines, that is not.
What about machines that have terrible joysticks?
Well, here's the thing. It's Project X Cloud that it's going to be running through.
I mean, like the Switch is not known for their joysticks.
The Pro
like-
Controller.
Yeah. Oh, I guess the Pro Controller
Yeah.
will work.
Well, not
Okay,
to mention, like, I don't think the Switch can handle some of those games.
Well, again, Project X Cloud, the X Cloud project that they have, where they're going to be streaming these titles to different consoles.
Yeah.
So here's my problem. Let me read to you the last sentence of this. So first of all, the source of this report is YouTube channel Direct Feed Games, which tends to have a decent track record regarding Microsoft and Nintendo developments. It was further bolstered by Game Informer, not Kotaku, sorry. Game Informer stating that Xbox Game Pass could be announced for the Nintendo Switch this year. In talking with our own sources, it has been suggested that the announcement of Game Pass on Switch could come as soon as this year, reads a post from Game Informer's Imran Khan.
What I'm excited about is if this is true, is my achievements.
Yeah, achievements go. Well,
yeah,
that was already talked about last
there.
week.
Yeah, and it's there kind of with Minecraft.
That
right
Xbox
now,
Live, it's really, they're trying to bring Xbox Live. They're opening up the SDK to all developers on all platforms so that you can have Xbox Live achievements on your phone, on your tablet.
Yeah.
But this is my worry. If they make this push, are you starting to push like, hey, we're just doing software only?
so this-
do
and
they
this is-
keep an Xbox? You know what I mean?
This is where I want to get into. Let's see. There's a similar challenge. This is how it goes away. How this article ends. You capped it with a subscription plan where publishers aren't able to make money. On the other hand, you could just sell the game and let people have. That's not it. Anyways, they talk about how basically they think their theory is from this article. This article is from Gadgets 360 that Xbox is going to get out of the console business. I don't think that's true at all. I think what they're doing is options. Microsoft's game plan going forward with the Xbox seems to me, take this with a grain of salt because this is just my opinion from my observation, they want options for everybody. So you can play on your Switch, their things. You can play on your PC. They've got their games play anywhere, right? All their titles will be play anywhere. Then they will give you more options. Do you want this premium console to play the game at the best possible way you can play it? Do you want this streaming box that you can play, or you can play it on Switch? So I just think it's more options, more games. I think this is true, and I do think we're going to see it.
I get what you're saying.
I can see
but
the direction of gaming and where it's going.
This is my not issue.
They're gonna build a
I
console
don't
still.
have an issue. Yeah, but that's fine. But you want people to come to your ecosystem, right?
Their
Your ecosystem includes your consoles.
Does Netflix
when you
care?
start putting Master Chief on other consoles, why am I going to your ecosystem?
Because
when my
that
favorite
is your
game,
ecosystem.
When I can play my favorite game on the toilet
When you,
now.
when you put Netflix doesn't care what device you're using, you're in their ecosystem. Amazon doesn't care what device you're using, you're
but
in their ecosystem.
Amazon and Netflix are not in the device game other than like the Fire Stick, right?
Amazon is.
The Fire Stick, right?
Yeah,
Well,
but
and
you
the-
can also
and-
get Amazon on Roku. You can also get Amazon on Roku televisions, right? You can also get Amazon on.
But why are
Use
you
Amazon on Google
diverting
Chrome.
people? Like, why are you giving people? Why are you diverting people from coming to your?
You're
Because
not.
they're paying you $20 a month.
Yeah, but why not spend
For Game Pass.
$500 then $20 a month on your console?
because think of it this way, right? Right now, the percentage of people that buy here's the pie, right? Here's the pie. Here is the slice of the pie of people that buy consoles and play Microsoft exclusive games. You bring that to everybody. Now your pie is this big with everybody buying your games, and you still have this section of who will buy consoles, right? Your console buyers are still gonna, well, not all of them. You'll lose some, sure.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when you buy a console, what are like the first three thoughts that go through your mind when you're buying a console? When
We
you're
know
looking at all
everybody.
three of them?
Verizon, Google, Amazon are all looking at getting into game streaming. This is the future. Sony's doing it as well, right? Microsoft
No,
is
I
really
think
coming out big.
Microsoft should do it, and I'm excited for it. But I'm worried when you start letting go of your properties.
You're not. Look at your controller too. Like, why not now? Think about where you can expand. Hey, they're already doing it. You have you have a Nintendo Switch. Well, now you can get the Xbox controller for the Nintendo Switch, right? Like,
well, I mean, let's take Gears of War for example. Gears of War is on the Xbox and the PC.
Oh, if I
PC
could-
is still a Microsoft product, right? So you're still buying a Microsoft product to play that game.
Which a lot of people don't realize they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is funny.
Which is funny about the whole thing.
So, and I mean, to your point, you are in their ecosystem. You're in the Xbox Live game stuff. You can do it, right? But you're still buying their product to play their game.
Yeah, but you're okay. So Nintendo, it benefits Nintendo too. Why would Nintendo partner with them? Because you can sell your Nintendo, and now it plays Xbox games. So you can sell more Nintendo Switch handhelds, right? Like
That's the worry, though.
no, but it doesn't hurt Microsoft because Microsoft has you in their ecosystem.
If I have my Nintendo
How much
Switch,
money does it cost, do you think, for them to stream a game to you, Jordan?
probably not. Once you get the infrastructure in, probably not that much, right?
Yeah.
The infrastructure is probably incredibly expensive. But
Well, it's
after
already
that,
done.
Yeah,
It's already done.
Yeah.
Right? And so if you're paying 20 so you're just multiplying. They're going to first in wins. And I think they're first in. First in wins. That's it.
I just worry about seeing like Master Chief and Marcus Phoenix over on the Xbox and PlayStation
Well, I don't
advertisements.
think
You know what I
PlayStation's
mean?
Not jumped in.
Well, let's stay with Nintendo. I just worry about seeing like Master Chief on the Nintendo box instead of the Xbox box. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing.
Instead of a fat plumber.
Here's
Yeah.
the thing. They said this. Hollywood said this about Netflix, right? Like, or they're never take over Hollywood because we're in the movie theaters. You can't get Netflix isn't going to be in the movie theaters. And Netflix was like, oh, we don't care. We're going to go everywhere. We want to be on every device. You don't have to buy our version of whatever. Like we're everywhere you can get us. And now they're dominating everything. Like they're going to win the Academy Awards, right? They're dominating the movie industry. Even you want to dominate games. This is the future of it, right?
But then, but you run into another issue of is the Switch powerful enough to play some of these games, right? I mean, let's not.
No, but again, the Project X Cloud. This is all based on the new technology of being able to stream games.
So you'd stream it from your Switch.
Yeah, we know Xbox is working on two
No,
consoles.
I know-
They're working
yeah,
on
I
a
know.
streaming console,
Yeah.
which is probably going to be the equivalent of a Switch, right? Like if you can stream to this $100 console, why can't you stream to the Switch?
Yeah. No. I get that. I don't know. I worry about them giving up their properties. You know,
You can't hear the truth over your lawnmower, man.
Yeah.
That's
It's
funny.
just, this to me, it just seems like a move to become a software only.
No, see, and that's where I disagree with this article because that's what this article said. Like, looks like Xbox, because they got beat by PlayStation, is going to become a software. No. Okay, when they got beat by PlayStation. But guess what? Both PlayStation, Microsoft, and Nintendo are selling more consoles than they've ever sold ever in any generation, right? So you're getting beat, but you're still winning. Like, that's the thing. Like, okay, you can get beat, but you're still breaking in the cash. They're not going to get out of consoles. It's just one more option. They will still sell this premium to hardware device that I can purchase and experience these Xbox games. This will be the best place to experience these games at the highest fidelity with the highest graphics
But
that you can have.
there you go.
The highest features.
No. You're contradicting yourself now.
No,
with
I'm not.
With the X Cloud, it doesn't matter what you're playing on.
Why is Microsoft then developing a premium box and a streaming box? What's the difference between
Because
those two?
I think streaming at that high of fidelity is still years away. Like, it's not next year.
That's the point I'm making. It will always be that way. It will always be a localized machine
running off of hardware.
is superior. And not even only that, if you complement that with streaming, like imagine what you could do. Streaming and this localized device with powerful hardware, like you can amplify your graphics even more or whatever you need to do. AI, mechanics. Big Spicy, you're quiet over there.
I was just thinking of Star Wars. Sorry, what were we talking about?
Where Dave and I are debating.
Oh, I know.
the,
I could tell.
yeah,
I
yeah.
could tell. No, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't care. I just want to play my video games.
I think it's first in. I think Microsoft's leading the way. I think they're leading the way in innovation at the moment.
This is just
kidding.
me personally,
Just kidding.
right?
I care.
If I can play, let's say the new Halo game. We don't know any of this, right? This is
So,
all
Halo
hypothetical,
Infinite.
right? Let's say the new Halo game. They're doing this on the Switch thing, Game Pass thing that we just talked about, right?
Okay.
If I can play it at the same fidelity because it's running through the X Cloud, why would I go to my Xbox when I can take my Switch anywhere?
Because your Xbox, if you have the Project X Scorpio, can play it even better.
Interesting.
Well, I mean, that's
And I have my achievements with me, right? Like,
Why play Fortnite on the Xbox or PC when I can play on my phone?
Well, because the phone controls suck. I actually play Fortnite on my Switch a lot
Well,
because
the
of the
Nintendo
portability.
Switch controls suck.
Compared to the Xbox
Compared to the
controller.
Xbox
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but I kickstand it and use the Pro.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the
What I'm
Xbox controller
saying
is still
is,
better
what
than
I'm
the Pro.
saying is, you're still going to have options. Like Microsoft is, they've said this multiple times, and this is what frustrates me. I don't understand these journalists. All they have to do is listen to what Phil Spencer says. Listen to what Microsoft is saying at every single conference. We want as many players to play our games as possible. We want as many options for all of those players to play our games. Right? It's why they released the patent for their freaking controller, the Pro controller that
Yeah,
gives
the
accessibility to
adaptive control.
everybody.
No, like I think it's a cool idea, and I think playing
Consoles are
games-
not going anywhere. Microsoft's still
yeah,
going to
yeah.
be in the business of consoles, and I think they're innovating. They're leading the pack, and I think they're going to win this next round because of that.
I actually think I agree with David, to be honest.
No, well, like I want like it'd be cool to play Halo anywhere, right? I just worry that when you start to put your heavy hitting titles on other consoles, it takes away from your console, and that's all I'm worried about.
I don't
right?
think so. I actually don't think
'Cause
so.
I like
Yeah, but
Xbox.
here's
Xbox
the
is my
deal, here's
favorite,
the
right?
deal,
I want them to sell
you're
as many as they
thinking-
can, right?
Here's what I want to say.
I'm thinking
Okay.
one dimensional.
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. You're thinking all the money. Sorry, Mark. Let me just finish
that's
this
okay.
thought.
Yeah.
You're thinking all the money is in this console sale, right?
Uh-huh.
First of all, consoles are way more expensive to make than
Games?
streaming that game exponentially, right? It gets cheaper the more that you stream those games, and so you're making more money that way. But you don't sell this console to this one guy. Other people are buying those consoles, but where you're gaining is now you've got everybody buying Halo merchandise. Everybody invested in your characters, in your stories, in your video games. You're making
So
way
you're
more
saying
money.
well, this is where this is where I mean, because I'm not a businessman, you know what I mean? So,
Clearly.
but no. So what I'm saying,
Bazinga.
it's worth. Well, I mean, so what's more worth it, right? To sell 10,000 Xboxes, or sell
Or
half of that and like 20,000 Halo console. You know,
10,000 Xboxes. Let's say they sell 100,000. What are we at? Let's say whatever for simplicity's sake. Right now we sell 1 million consoles, right? And out of those 1 million consoles, it's a 1-for-1. So one Halo game to one console, right? So
Okay,
we
so
sell
a million
1 million
Halo, yeah.
consoles. Now let's say we sell 800,000 consoles, but we're selling 100 million Halos.
because you're getting less people buying your consoles, but you're getting more
But
people
here's the
buying
deal:
your games.
the profit margins on consoles aren't as big as games.
No, obviously.
So,
yeah.
so
I mean,
I
don't
mean,
you
especially
they've
for
been
streaming,
doing that.
they
they've
probably though they usually lose money
been,
on
at the beginning
console.
of like the first 3 years, they lose money on the consoles. I mean, it's the HP printer concept, right? They sell low to make money on ink. They sell the consoles low. They're taking a hit for the first couple of years to make money on games. They're opening the game pool by a substantial amount. They're opening it up to a
And-
huge audience that normally would not have paid for those games.
And also, like Beast says, you're paying for Game Pass, you're paying for Xbox Live, you're paying for the game. Like if other games come.
And to be honest, I feel as though the Xbox fans, let's say like your power users like us,
Yeah.
we're going to stay with Xbox.
No, yeah,
we're
of
actually
course,
going to
right.
get both. And I think there's a lot of that in there. So you're not going to lose that crowd.
And it
at
also
all.
makes sense for a Nintendo because Nintendo is going to sell more Switches as a result, right? You're also in their ecosystem,
Yeah,
right?
want to
It's a win.
play
It's
Halo on
really
the
good.
go?
What?
The whole like
play Halo on the go, yeah.
wanna
Oh,
play
yeah,
Halo
yeah.
on the go.
No,
right?
yeah.
You know,
So
whatever,
I
right?
think what you're doing is you're losing maybe 10% and gaining 1,000%.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah.
Well,
I
it's
agree.
gonna
You're-
be no. It's I mean it's gonna be
Granted,
interesting.
this is all rumors right now, right?
Well, yeah.
But I mean,
Watch,
but
they're just like
but you can see the reason that these rumors hold weight and validity is from statements that they've made and the direction that they're going. I think this is it, and I think first in wins.
yeah.
And this is where I think in the next 5 years, gaming is going to be completely different than we see it today because this technology is going to be such a disruption that if you're not in this could be the Dreamcast moment, right? Who's the next Dreamcast? Who's the next Sega that just goes away as we shift over to this new world of gaming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting. Hey, since we're talking about Nintendo, can I say one thing that I
Yeah.
thought was really cool? Well,
Yeah.
I mean, so the CEO of Nintendo, Reggie.
Oh, yeah,
he's
he's gone.
actually retiring,
I saw that, yeah.
which is sad. I think he's a really good CEO and he's a fun guy.
COO.
Do you know COO? Sorry. Do you know who's replacing him? This is the coolest thing ever.
Oh yeah, Bowser.
Yeah.
His name's
Oh,
Bowser.
his name?
is,
I thought
is
that.
Doug Bowser.
I know. I don't know.
I
How
don't
that
know.
happened.
Even if he was the janitor, how do you not hire him to be the new CEO?
Doug
Bowser.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's an interesting discussion, but I really like that.
Yeah, it really is.
I do think the next 5 years is going to completely change how we currently think of gaming.
Well, it's going to be
completely different.
It's going to be interesting with all
It's
these
gonna be much more
rumors
unified.
because E3 is going to be. What are they going to talk about, right? Because last year they talked a little bit about the xCloud and Microsoft AI and all that stuff, right?
And
So
streaming. They hinted at streaming,
They talked about streaming.
which no one really picked up on.
And
but
they've
he was
talked-
like, "Oh, and
yeah.
And they've said multiple times, we want to give gamers options. That doesn't cancel out consoles. That's why these journalists, they clearly don't listen. All you got to do is listen to what people are saying. Come ask us. Just
well,
ask
you did
us,
say it was
guys.
Kotaku, right?
No, this was just 360.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if it was
Nice little jab there,
Sorry.
Jordan.
I just want to
veiled jab. Who don't you like?
I think all news outlets have.
Anyways, I think
good
it's
stuff.
exciting. I think the changes are exciting. Let's get to the last and final segment of our show. Boom. This is the segment of the show where we take your questions. To submit a question, all you got to do is go sign up and support us over on Patreon. Patreon.com/positivegaming. Xonebros.com/support. Help us help support the show. Help us take this show to the next level.
Yeah.
We're very grateful for everybody and all of your support, all that you guys have done. We're really growing, and our goal is to get a studio so that we can bring more awesome content to you guys. Super exciting. First question comes in from Ryan Barber. Mr. Baba says, how long are controllers supposed to last? Because lately, I've been going through one every 6 months or so. Mostly it's the sticks that start drifting. That's what happened to my Elite. My thumbs are pretty ripped, so maybe it's just me. Thanks, guys. It's Major Barber. McSpicy.
Yeah, I go
You
through.
you go through controllers a lot, and you got pretty ripped thumbs.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was back in the day when I played Mario Party on the Nintendo 64. You know how you had to wind up
Oh,
that
yeah.
you're fishing and you had to wind up before everyone else. So
Oh,
my
and-
hands are all calloused. They're
Tough.
gamer calloused, right?
Yeah.
No, 6 months. That's probably right. I mean, it depends on how many hours you're playing, but no, I burn through my controllers sooner. Well, historically speaking, sooner than they're supposed to because I get angry. And I Hulk crush them in my hands. Which,
Angry.
by the way, I have a stress controller that fans of the show sent. I appreciate
It's foam. Oh, you're also, speaking of stress control, you've got a little stress cushion right there that you're sitting on.
Oh yeah, thank you. I mentioned last week after the show how my butt hurt because we're on these metal chairs, and yeah, I think they want to remain anonymous, but I appreciate very much
It's comfortable.
the ass pad.
It's like memory foam.
Yeah,
And it's got a little back support there, too.
Here, I'll show you.
Have you noticed that you're more you're not fatigued?
No, yeah, that last discussion kind of fatigued me a little bit.
I actually thought it was really good, David. That was
I
that was a,
thought it was
that was a
interesting.
fantastic
Yeah.
discussion.
No.
I felt engaged with you.
Oh,
That's
that-
yours.
Oh, my bad. That's right.
somebody's.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone can hear that, but it was loud.
David blamed me for something that he just did.
No, and that was a good discussion. I was just kidding, and it felt like I was disinterested, but I was interested. So sorry about that. Anyways, no, my butt
So
feels
you're going,
great.
but you're going through controllers quite often.
Yeah, it's a shame because I really like these controllers, but I
will
mean that's what gets hit first is the joysticks, right?
Yeah.
I mean, whenever you use stuff, it eventually gets used too much.
Yeah.
That's just life.
Do you think it's because, and I may be wrong, but do you think it's because games now are utilizing all the buttons very frequently? Like
Yeah,
even
more
in
frequently.
even in Anthem, I'm using the bumpers a lot. You know what I
Yeah.
mean, for different ability. And the bumpers you would think would be kind of the lesser. Like it used to just be a grenade, right? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, like I've had.
Even squares being used a lot.
my original day one, not day one, but month 3 Xbox.
Yeah.
The controller that came with it, the right bumper went out first on that one. I can't use that one because right bumper doesn't work.
Were you playing Destiny a lot? Didn't Destiny have a lot of right bumper?
Yeah, I
Right
think so
bumper,
actually.
Yeah.
Although it could have been Overwatch because I moved I moved my jump button to right bumper because for like Lucio because it's way easier to keep jumping with that finger. Anyways, but I mean, controllers just go out. 6 months is probably pretty quick. But that must mean you. I'm proud of you. You're playing a lot.
Yeah.
You know. So
Do you think certain games wear it out? For instance, like first-person shooters. Maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Anything twitchy?
no.
Well, like
maybe
I think Anthem, because not only are you using the joysticks, you're clicking them a lot.
I think
Oh,
I think
the
games
clickage.
like Trials
The
or
clickage.
even the golf games make you sweep
Yeah,
the
you're
joysticks
sweeping.
more.
And you're doing it hard. Like, you're pushing all your force sometimes.
I think those games do a lot more damage than Twitch shooters. I think
Interesting.
Twitch shooters are more stable in the middle. You're not going hard left to right as
that's
much.
a good point.
Well, then
That's
there
a
is
really
the
good point.
anger factor, the the big squeeze
the
of a
stress
slam
controller.
or something like that. You know,
That's a stress controller.
Great question. Thank you very much, Major, for writing in. Next question comes from Soulfinder. It says, nowadays, every game has RPG elements. I agree with that. Basically, every game is RPG to some point. What's your favorite RPG element game at this moment?
Anthem.
He goes
Anthem.
big. He goes big and says his is Battlefield 5.
Anthem right now.
Yeah, mine's Anthem.
Anthem.
Yeah. Well,
You know
and
what,
sort of Apex in a weird way.
Mine is Wargroove. It's basically
You know
an
what
RPG.
Cliff Blazinski basically kind of had the same little discussion
What'd
back
he
when
say?
Gears 2 came out.
Yeah, what'd he
was
say?
talking about how RPGs are bleeding into everything.
Yeah.
He says that
It's
even
no longer its own genre.
He said even into shooters, he said in Gears of War we just put a number in front of your name on multiplayer. That number he said this number does literally nothing. It's just a number, but players went crazy. They got to get that higher number. You know what I
Wow.
mean? Like he said it's just a number.
Psychology.
Yeah.
Well,
All
we
it is
can
a number. It
thank-
did nothing. You know, it's a rank, right? That's all it was a rank. Right?
We can thank Major Nelson for the achievement system that we have right now. Like he's the
Yeah,
one
he's like the forefront.
the
leader.
forefront, and we wouldn't have had trophies on PlayStation without that. We
It
wouldn't
all
have
came
had.
from
It
achievement,
all
yeah.
came from that, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the Xbox has the best one
Agreed.
because it's a number. Like you can be like, oh yeah, I just hit 50K, everybody. Whereas
mil.
PlayStation is just like, trophies. There's nothing to
There's
it.
a silver.
I mean, you can try to
Silver,
100%
gold,
it,
platinum,
but
right?
that's for yourself. But the number
Bronze,
actually
silver, gold, platinum.
Gives
can
you like a
show it off.
competitive-
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
No, yeah. I mean, that's what drives all games now is that the grind.
Well, you guys didn't even hesitate. Anthem.
Anthem.
Boom.
Well, yeah, that was great. That's
Great
really
question,
well
Soul Finder. Thank you very much. And last but not least, we got Radnonas just talking about what we already talked about, actually. Sorry, I meant to actually bring this question up during the thing. He says, hey, bros, rumor mill has churned out Game Pass coming to Switch. My mind is exploding with the thought of Microsoft-Nintendo partnership going to a whole new level. Please tell me at which point you think I've gone too far. But do you think all this is possible or it comes to Switch? Yep, completely possible.
Oh, yeah.
Limited Game
Like a
Pass,
perfect
excluding first-party titles, come to Switch. I actually think first-party titles will go to Switch if you're in Game Pass. Game Pass, there you go, including first titles parties. Yep. Nintendo first title parties coming to Game Pass play on the Xbox. See, I don't know if it's going to go the other way. Do you think it will go the other way?
Well, that's the thing. Do you think Nintendo would give that?
Like,
up?
it would have to be a full part. No, Nintendo's very, very, very.
Well, and let's be honest. As big as Master Chief is, more people know about Mario
Mario's
and Link
way
than they
bigger.
do
Yeah,
than
yeah.
they do Master Chief and Marcus Phoenix. You know what I mean?
So I don't think it goes the other way. I don't think Nintendo is jealous.
Nintendo's
of its-
characters are
of
almost
its-
on the same
it
level
guards
as
it.
Nintendo's characters are almost on the same level as Disney characters.
Yeah, they
essentially.
don't-
I mean,
yeah.
they're
You don't mess with their.
I'm going to say I
characters.
think it has potential.
Oh, really? Really?
I think it has potential to do that. If they become really good friends and they start golfing together, Phil Spencer
Oh, yeah.
and Bowser.
You know what's
Yeah,
funny is I think
Bowser.
they all like work on the same street.
Yeah, I think there's potential there. Though it sounds like they have a really good relationship right now
Yeah. Here's what's gonna
with
be,
everything that's happened with
Yeah.
the crossplay and all that.
Yeah.
And Nintendo and Xbox are like, yeah, we're good.
But so that's just Nintendo America. Would like big headquarters Nintendo
Well,
Japan let those go?
I think so. I mean, they're all.
I guess. I mean,
Well,
Phil
if
Phil Spencer's got a good relationship
those people,
with them.
the people in Japan, like let's say the hardcore Nintendo CEO, CFO, the management,
the head dude.
the management, they'll look at this and go, wait a minute, you're telling me if we put this on Xbox, we will make how much more dollars?
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
Well, and if you think about it, Nintendo then just specializes in we're mobile gaming, and Xbox specializes in we're console gaming. Like,
I think it's a synergetic relationship.
and let's be honest,
It's
Xbox
a primer
Live, Xbox,
detonator.
It's a primer detonator.
Xbox Live could only improve Nintendo's Switch because. Blah.
Well, see, that's the other question.
That's actually a really good point.
Well, that's the
I
other
never
question.
thought of the
Do
blah
you
argument.
Because their online can be summed up in one word. Blah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same reason why like Michael Jackson and Van Halen kind of teamed up on some songs, because back in the 80s you had predominantly black listeners and white listeners
gotta
on both
crossover.
those,
The
and they
crossover,
crossed it
man.
over, and then their audience exploded.
Boom.
I mean, this is kind of the same thing. It has nothing to do with race or gender or anything, but you have your markets on both sides, and the pie is going to overlap, and you're going to get a whole bunch. Both sides can.
Which is where in this world, it's why exclusives matter. Like this is where, because that's where you're going to make your money. Exclusive games. Microsoft has been super aggressive about going and getting new.
Because
new
whether
IPs,
you
new
buy
studios.
the Microsoft IP on Xbox or Nintendo, they still get a cut of the.
Yeah. Cut of the pie. And
Like
if Xbox
Minecraft,
Live
Minecraft
is
for
on
example.
Nintendo,
I
and
think
they
it's.
have their
I
marketplace.
think it has potential to go both ways.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point there. You just blew my mind, Red
Yeah.
Nonas. Thank you very much for writing in. That does us. What a great show. Another fantastic show. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. We appreciate it. It's been a big week. Stay tuned next week. It's going to be even bigger.
Oh,
I've been playing FIFA, by
guys,
the way,
can
a
I
lot.
say something?
Yeah, one more.
This week was actually really big for me. I finished all the Disney Worlds and Kingdom Hearts.
Oh.
And now it's just like the nitty-gritty Kingdom Hearts stuff, and some stuff happened.
Well, I saw the lollipop scene.
Yeah. The
saw
live
the
Quote
lollipop scene.
unquote
Yeah.
lollipop
Yeah,
scene.
I saw that.
No, there's some stuff. I felt bad because I forgot I didn't put spoiler in the title of the stream last night.
People are
but some
jumping in
stuff.
like, no!
Yeah, dude, there was. And you know what I realized? So there's something significant that happened, and in game time, it took 10 years from like game one, like. Game time, this is like, oh, this happened, and then 10 years later, the big moment that happened to me last night happened, right?
Yeah.
And you know what's funny about that is it was 10 years in game, and I think it was actually literally 10 years in real life as well, because it took that long to make the game. So, but what I wanted to tell you guys is a couple weeks ago we were talking about, because I was like, guys, just play it, it's going to be fun, you'll love it. Yeah. And you were like, no, I feel like I missed out because like I'm not as emotionally connected.
Yeah.
When that scene happened, I got what you were saying, because
Yeah.
like I waited 10 years for that scene to happen,
Yeah.
and I lost it.
You lost it, huh?
You started crying.
No, it was pretty awesome.
Did you walk away and you were like, wow. Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
You laid in bed staring
I'm
at the
so
ceiling.
glad. Like I've just been
Wow.
taking my time enjoying this game because it's fantastic.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So
I'm
anyway,
in FIFA.
I just want
I'm
you guys
getting
to know
wins,
that.
baby. I'm
I
getting
get it.
wins all over the place. I'm winning.
Getting
all
the
over
W's.
place. Getting the W's. Yeah. Although
And
this
the
morning-
I's and the
although this
N's.
morning I'm winning 1-0. This is online. 1-0 the entire match. There's 2
I
minutes.
believe it's 1-0.
1-0. There's 2 minutes left in injury time. I
believe it's
go down the
stoppage
field. I
time.
shoot the ball wide open. It goes off of the corner post. He counters, scores. Kickoff, same thing. Counters, scores. Whistle blows. Game over. I lose 2-1. Last second. I bet you that guy was freaking out, and I was freaking pissed.
That
I was
guy's
so
like,
mad.
that guy broke his controller.
Dude, their
of
seasons
excitement.
are
his joysticks.
their
are messed up.
seasons.
His joysticks are
Their
broken.
season is basically a
Quote,
ladder.
unquote.
Is basically a ladder, and it's really good.
Yeah.
really.
I should jump in with you. We had fun when we played the FIFA 2 years ago.
I'll crush you because it's completely different. It took me a week to understand. Well, no,
Oh,
it took
okay.
me a weekend. To
Took you a
understand
weekend?
the
All right, I'll
controls, yeah.
probably do it in a few hours.
Yeah, I had to watch YouTube videos on this game because especially how you defend is different than any FIFA that I've played.
I'll probably just watch one YouTube video and I'll be good.
Okay.
Yeah. Just give me a couple
That's what you
hours.
say about Madden, and then
And didn't I win?
yeah, like way back in the day,
I think we haven't played Madden because we haven't played Madden in a while.
we could play.
I think
we could
there's
play
a
tomorrow.
fear. I think you have a fear.
No, there's no fear. I have a fear that I'll break your heart or crush your soul. You'll be able to go on. Shall we bounce out of here? If you haven't, guys, we do a pre-show party and an after-show party. If you ever want to experience that, we could probably hit the sound out of here. If you ever want to experience that, come and join us. Mixer.com/X1Bros. When we do this live, we announce it in Discord when we're live. It's a good time. Thank you very much, everybody.
Yeah.
Don't forget to go like, rate, and review us over on iTunes. It really helps. Have a great week. Enjoy. Oh, actually, go play Anthem and then let us know what you think on Facebook.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that more next week. Have a good week, everybody. We'll see you later. Bye-bye now.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
And bye. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Welcome back. Thank you. Thank you very much for hanging out. That was fun. We had a blast. We hope you got... Dude, look at Jordan's like a model. Jordan's like an Xbox Abercrombie model. Him right there. Look at that. Looking good, dude. Give me your best blue steel look.
Player 1.
Go ahead.
We can't hear you.
No, I can hear. Oh.
No, you can hear them, but they can't hear you.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. Give me like a nice blue steel look.
I don't know.
Yeah, Jordan, you're looking good.
That is too funny.
Hands in the pockets with thumbs out.
Hands in pockets with thumbs out. There you go. Well, hey, thank you very much, guys. What are we? 500,000 away from 10 million. I think we can get there. Should we open up the dumpage?
We should.
Should we dump it up? Spicy, you got some good dumpage songs, or are we going dump truck songs?
You want to go right into the dump truck? Let's go right into the dump truck. I think we do it.
Okay, we're going right into the dump truck song. We should be connecting in 3, 2, bloom. There they are, baby. Cooper with the giffage. Chief, thank you very much. Oh, Chief.
There it all goes.
Chief Beast, Jordan Seymour. Yes, we just did it. Just like that. Mad Shot is in the house.
Oh my
God.
God.
We're not even through the song. We're not even through the song.
Well,
Keep going. We could go to 15.
I believe they were all running to get there in time.
You couldn't hold it. Bert Solo,
And
thank you
it
very
just
much.
plopped.
Ploppage. The ploppage was huge. Dude, Dark Knight, thank you very much, guys.
Gotta show them what we see. It's hilarious again.
It's just sparks on our side.
sparks.
It's a giant TV of sparkages.
There we go. Oh, it stopped moving. It was moving really, really fast before.
Going crazy. Make it go crazy again. Just go for it.
Here, I'll do it. So here, I'll just press the 1,000 over and over.
There we go. Jordan Seymour, look at that. Boom. Oh, my goodness.
That's what we see. It goes by so fast.
It's a giant screen. Ice Grills, thank you very much. Back him up. But back.
Oh, song
back.
of the year. Song of the year, no question.
No questions asked. None. Thank you very much, guys. We appreciate it. It's always a blast hanging out with you guys. Indeed
I love that auto tune right there too. I never thought I'd say
the arrow. Hydraulic ram. Hey, we should make our own
hydraulic ram.
We should make our own. We should auto tune like one of our discussions.
Sounds like a lot of work.
The quotation discussion. Should be auto tune.
That would be funny. Don't dump it. Dump.
Dude, look at that.
Yeah.
If you could buy a dump truck, would you just buy one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I would do it if I could buy anything.
It's true.
Oh, dump truck.
Boom! There we go. Hey, thank you very much, guys.
There it is.
We made it. Jordan Seymour with the Embers. We appreciate it. We got a lot of Embers, too. Thank you very much, everybody, for the Embers. We appreciate those as well.
Man, we hit the goal.
It was a good show. I hope you guys had as much fun as we did. We always have fun. Man, Jordan Seymour, yes. Why, though? I like that one. Why, though?
Thank you for those Embers. There were so many Embers this show.
Yeah, we got a ton of Embers this show, guys. Thank you very much.
I think I saw some from Beast. I saw some from
LZ,
Barber,
man,
Major
still
Barber.
dropping the sparks like
Jordan.
they're hot.
Yeah, you guys are
guys. I will be
very
up.
charitable.
I'll be up bright and early tomorrow morning. We're actually being featured.
What are you playing?
Probably FIFA. I would go away from FIFA, but I got to beat these college students, man. I got to humble these kids. These kids think they're good at video games. No, son. No,
Bringing
you're not.
down the humble hammer.
Yeah, let me say, just because you can play Fortnite on your phone doesn't mean you can beat me in FIFA. Okay. Okay.
By the way, you still have the dumpage up. Do you, or am I like?
Oh no, it's still up there. It's still up. The song is over. We'll just
turn that off. Turn off the dumpium.
The dumpage. The dumpioids.
The dumpioids.
Don't get addicted to dumpioids.
I got a bad case of dumpioids.
There's a cream for that.
There's a cream for that. There is a cream for that. Jordan, did you have before we go a Kingdom Hearts thing?
Oh yeah, there I believe a couple of our viewers had a
Cooper. Did you have a
Kingdom Hearts question
for Jordan?
The floor is open.
The floor is now open. We're taking questions.
Is Cooper still here? Oh yeah, he's right there.
I really missed my headphones today.
Oh, that's right. You didn't. How did you hear us?
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to say too that tomorrow we're recording the bonus podcast for everybody on Patreon.
Oh
It's
yeah.
our
What
bonus
time do we
cast.
got to be here for that?
It's the Bros Gone Wild, 11 a.m. baby.
What time are we going to be? 11 a.m.
11 a.m. Let me tell you, anything
11
happens
a.m.
on the Brocast.
Especially at 11 a.m.
Cooper says, I want to know how to open the door in First Kingdom. Keeps referring to Gizmo Shop. First Kingdom door in First Kingdom. The hint is Gizmo Shop.
I wanted to. Well, hold on. I wanted to know how to open the door in First Kingdom. Keeps referring
What
to
episode
Gizmo
was
Shop.
that?
249.
I'm kind of confused by the question.
So, there's doors in the different kingdoms, right, that you have to open. In the First Kingdom, you're trying to open
I think
the
you're
door.
actually making it worse.
Oh, sorry.
Wait, hold on.
So
think-
what he's trying to
I
say
think you're making it worse, David.
is there's a vortex.
I
And
want
in
to
that
open the
vortex,
door in
and
the
in that
First
polar
Kingdom.
vortex, they have 3 colors: purple, yellow, and 9.
Jordan,
Are you
thinking
talking?
really
No,
hard.
no. Are you talking about the Gizmo Shop in Twilight or not Twilight Town? What's that first world you go to? It's not Twilight Town.
Have you played this game?
No, yeah, it's Kingdom Hearts 1. It's not. Yeah.
Hold on, you're gonna hear the show.
Oh, in the First Kingdom Hearts?
Two
Or
basketball
for the First
Okay,
Kingdom
there you
in
go.
this last Kingdom Hearts?
But that's what's confusing me. Are you talking about the First Kingdom Hearts or the First Kingdom?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
that's
see
what.
why
Yeah.
you're confused.
Yeah.
Because you're an
Yeah.
idiot.
See, Skrills, Olympic. Like, yeah. Which one?
Olympus.
Hey, is Mad Shot and Dainty still in chat? Are they still here?
Hey, how was packing, guys? Have you finished up?
I hope they're still here.
First.
Let me look.
First game.
So First Kingdom Hearts.
First Kingdom Hearts. Jordan's Googling it.
Well,
Dainty's apparently still here.
I'm looking up the name of that world.
Kingdom Hearts 1.5. There we go.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's the remastered version.
Oh, it's
All right.
remastered version.
Well, if you're still here, I want to know.
So the Gizmo Shop.
He's trying to remember. Man, I have not seen Jordan think.
Well, no, because there's
Like
a
this
there's a
before.
location on the
I
first
haven't
world.
seen Jordan think
it's-
like this till Nintendo was going to incorporate Xbox.
Yeah. Whoa.
3.
3 Bells is on the picture.
Oh, in like where you fight the first. So there is a Gizmo Shop.
You don't remember.
I don't know. I don't.
Oh.
I honestly don't.
Oh.
I'm embarrassed.
You got homework to do.
No, I
Jordan.
do. I really do. So I know there's a Gizmo Shop
bum,
in
bum,
that
bum,
first
bum,
world
bum.
in Kingdom Hearts, and I thought you just like opened you opened it via like just playing the game.
Apparently not.
Because you're talking about the first world where you first meet Donald and Goofy, right? So I guess technically the second world because the first world's Destiny Island.
Yeah.
So the first time you meet
Wanna hear
Donald
my
and Goofy,
Goofy laugh?
that world, yeah.
That's not bad.
Hey, Max. Hey, Maxie. Well, Maxie.
That's not bad.
This all is like sounds familiar.
There's
three
three
bells on the towers on the Gizmo
roof.
roof. Don't you have to do something with the bells to make the Heartless boss spawn?
Okay, Jordan.
Is that?
Here's
yeah,
what
I
we're
gotta.
gonna do. You go do your homework.
Yeah, I will. R56 Cooper. I will figure it out for you, and I will message you in
stumped him.
Discord.
Stump Jordan.
did.
And you did.
I can't find the bells.
Congrats. All right,
Yeah,
guys.
no, I'll look it up for you, and I'll message you in Discord because I'm like really interested now. Dude, look, man, Kingdom Hearts. You know what's funny is when I was playing this week, in a cutscene, they actually made fun of their own storytelling. It was pretty
really?
hilarious. They're like, because the guy was like, "Oh yeah, but then I gotta tell," because they met a new character, and they're like, "Oh yeah, but then I gotta tell her about this, and then I gotta tell her about this, and that's just really confusing. And then I gotta tell her about this." And the person was like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "That's what I'm talking about."
That's what I'm talking about.
It was actually pretty funny.
Oh, that is hilarious. Oh, yeah. Share the pic.
Yeah.
via-
No, that'd be cool. Yeah,
via
we'll
Discord.
figure it out. We'll figure it out.
All right, guys.
Us Kingdom Hearts people.
That
gotta
does
stick
us. I've got to
together.
go to bed. I've got to get up early. My feature starts at 7 a.m. Eastern.
You ready
Bright and
to
early.
throw onto these credits?
Throwing on the credits. Thank you very much, everybody. Again, stay tuned because the Bros Gone Wild is going to drop. We're recording that tomorrow. We'll probably drop it on Monday. So stay tuned for that. And
If you want to be on these credits, check out those awesome supporters. Go to x1bros.com/support.
boom.
And these are the $20 or more slides.
Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great night. Have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you later.
See you guys.
Point at the TV. We'll see you later.
Point at the camera.
Point at this camera.
Point
There
at
we
the
go.
camera. Thanks,
All right.
everybody.
Thanks.
See you
See you
later.
guys later.